At last, the promise has been made. The reunion at hand may bring joy. It may bring fear. But let us embrace whatever it brings. For they are coming back. At last, the promise has been made.
Oh, okay, if I listen to the music too much, it's gonna get me in my bones. my soft little bones. Ugh, I don't like that. I regret it already. Hey, we're back. We're playing Final Fantasy VII. Last time we did a lot of stuff. We revisited Nibelheim, and it was in pristine condition, and that was disturbing. And then we ran into Vincent, and then we went all the way to Rocket Town, while doing some side things here and there. Made it all the way to Rocket Town, met a man named Sid, who was who's at the ripe old age of 31. Crotchety old man, truly. I guess for a Final Fantasy game, well, at least for a creeping on more of the modern stylings of a Final Fantasy game. 31 is as crotchety and old as you're gonna get, I guess. That's as old as they want to make their protagonists anymore. Yeah, and now we have obtained the tiny Bronco, which will act as a sort of boat, even though it is a plane. Sad, very sad. But what are you gonna do? Got shot down. Yeah, then we're just gonna continue from there. Today we have primed. I don't know exactly what we're gonna do, or how much we're gonna do, how little we're gonna do. We have a bunch of side stuff that we need to do first. We need to hit up first. Probably the main thing that we're going to do, the main beat, is I'll try to fit the entirety of Wutai in here. We'll see how long that takes. Maybe we'll be able to stitch a little bit of extra stuff at the end there. But yeah, and that's about it. So let's get going. But hey, first, if you've been enjoying this or anything else on this channel, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell to get notified of more things in the future. Episodes of this just about every single day. Links in the description of things that I am doing, have done, or will be doing in the future. Me and my friend have made a game. I'm gonna attach a link in the description down below of that. It was a game for a game jam, just something that we whipped up in 2.5 weeks. So, you know, I would say temper your expectations of what it can be, but it's a shoot 'em up called Hell Factory Cross, and I think it's pretty cool. I think it looks really cool, and I think it plays pretty freaking cool. So go check that out, and maybe stay tuned and see if we win anything in Donkey's Big Mode Game Jam. Yeah, but we are also making a full-fledged game that we've been working on for a little while, but we're going to be working on it for quite a long time after now. So yeah, if you are at all interested in that, then don't forget and you want to help us support us in our game-making endeavors, then you can support us by supporting the videos on this channel, or anything else on this channel. You can support their streams, my friends' streams, and you can support, most of all, the Patreon. And yeah, with that, let's get going. So the first thing that we're going to do, it says if we make it all the way to the northern continent. So yeah, we can't actually drive up there. But it says if we make it all the way to the northern continent, which I'm assuming is the little tail end above on the top of the map. Let's see. Yeah, should be this. Can we get into fights on the ocean? Maybe we can't. Yeah, but so what the Tiny Bronco does allow us to do is, I'm pretty sure it lets us just like skip all that backtracking that we had been doing, and we can just sort of bypass most of that, which is good to me. What we're going to be doing right now is something that you will actually end up at this place later on, but essentially going here, doing this now, it gets you some pretty good stuff early on, including a summon materia, and honestly, making sure that we get the summon materias out of the way sounds perfectly fine to me. Is it? Now, is it this red dot over here? Oh, it certainly is. Pretty sure. Yeah, it certainly is. Okay. So let's see. You'll get here quite soon. See all the way around the edge of the map. Okay. Talk to the digging man near the entrance. He has some useful information. Welcome to Bone Village, a town for nature lovers. What do you want here? Have you seen Sephiroth? Oh, the man in the black cape? He's looking for the Temple of the Ancients. Temple of the Ancients? It's way down south. It's on the other side of this town. In the inland sea. It's the pyramid rising out of the forest. How do I get there? You need the keystone. What's a keystone? Just like it sounds. It's a rock that's a key. I heard that some rich guy has it. Interesting. What are you doing? Excavating is great. It's like a history of the planet told in the land. Well, that's great. Want to buy something? Sure, what can we buy? Oh. We already have an upgrade for the... Jeez. What's the rune armlet? Oh. Slightly less than what we currently have. But it's double. This has 2 connections and one extra one. I don't have a lot of things actually linked in people's armor, though. That's a thought. Let's see here. The foreman sitting near the small building sells things. His best piece of equipment is arguably the rune bangle, which is the best double growth armor in the game. Interesting. While the diamond bangle he sells are better in terms of defense, the choice is up to you. I would say the rune armlet, honestly. I'll be sacrificing some connections, but having 2 rows of like double growth for a lot of people sounds pretty freaking good to me. And honestly, everybody's been holding up pretty well in fights, regardless of how much defense they've had. And it's not that much worse in the... Because right now, I upgraded everybody to gold. So having the rune armlet's not actually that bad. How many can I get? I can get 10. I don't have 10 party members. I have 9 party members. Ow. The pain. You know what I think I am going to do really fast? I think I will actually swap everybody's armor out and then sell all the gold bangles we got to get a little bit of that money back. Good heavens. So, yeah, I'll see you in a moment. Oh, we got the Eden coat, too. No defense percent. I don't know what the defense percent is. Defense accuracy? Like how much it'll actually defend you? Oh, and then it has... Oh, Eden coat has... Wait, so we got this from Palmer last time when we fought him. I forgot to check it out. I mean, we definitely don't want to get rid of this. It's pretty good defense. Not as much as the diamond bangle, but pretty good defense and a whole lot of slots. I mean, if we were to, you know, if we were to put Eris in here really fast, then she would have the fairy tale, which is full, like almost a full row of slots, and the Eden coat, which is like almost a full row of slots, which is kind of crazy. Neither of which would have Yeah, I mean, neither of which would give you double growth. So I'm gonna stick to what I did. Double growth on everybody. Plus, the nice thing about this is not going to ruin anybody's. Well, if anybody has materia that's linked, that's gonna ruin that. But we'll check out. Oh right, yeah, I forgot that we had Sid and Barrett in the priority at the moment. I forgot Sid's like that high level. Yeah, Vincent was like 1 level behind Cloud too originally. Cloud is just spiking up. It's kind of crazy. I don't know who we're gonna. I forgot we need to pick like a traveling troupe for the time being. I mean, probably get Eris in here to go spelunking around the world, and then you know what? It's going to be poignant to have Yuffie in there, so we will do that. Barrett, sorry, I need to. Thank you. And then I guess also while you're here, Barrett, I also need to do something else, but one sec. Rune Omelet. Rune Omelet. Oh, you still had Silver Yuffie? Well, now you're gonna bump straight up to Rune, I suppose. Also, what do you have? Hold on. What do you have? Ah, yeah. Okay, well, and then also... No, you can keep that there. Okay, so I'm gonna be screwing around with this, swapping everybody's stuff out. I'll have a new team with a new loadout of materia and whatnot. And then I'll see you in a bit. Okay. So this is what we're looking like. I know I have 2 all materials that I'm doing anything on Cloud. I'm just trying to level them up. Same thing with Aerith. I'm just leveling them up at this point. So at some point in the future, maybe we can just have like more money than we know what to do with. So we don't have to worry about that anymore. Especially considering I just spent all my money on freaking Rune Armlets. But I do what I can for the AP. Okay, yeah. Alright, we're at the Yoshiyuki now too. Oh, the guide said that the Yoshiyuki was going to be useful soon. I'm interested to see why. Again, having all this armor doesn't seem particularly useful to me. But I mean, I'll hang on to like 1 of each, maybe. There, we got over 10,000 again, so that should be fine. Okay, let's see here. You can actually enter the Sleeping Forest already, even though you can't actually cross it completely. Okay. Is it like... Oh, through there? You can awaken the Sleeping Forest if you have the Lunar Harp. Once awake, they say the forest will open a road for you. We use the newest system to find buried treasure. We use bombs to make earthquakes, and then check the sound waves given off by the tremors. That sounds incredibly dangerous and reckless. I respect it. Excavating is a slow process. The treasures we excavate are stored in the box next to the tent. Remember that. Oh, yes. I know what you're talking about. The empty chest in the front of the area. The forest just beyond here is called the Sleeping Forest. Right now the forest is asleep. Anyone who wanders in while it's asleep gets confused. You can go in, but you may never come out. Spooky. So we want to head to the screen that's top down. Oh, this one? Oh. You could see it rolling. Got it. The Kujata material. This is an interesting... if I remember correctly, this is the bull summon. So... Oh, we actually have both 3 on the... Wait, really? Hold on. Oh, yeah. Oh, okay, well then the only thing that this would be doing by upgrading it would be to duplicate it. Which, I mean, I'll keep it, because, I mean, Cloud having some magic outside of, although Cloud has Trine, and Trine's probably just as good, if not better, than Bolt 3. No, I mean, no, Bolt... So far, it looks like Beta and Aqualung are, like, a little bit better than the second tier of spells? Oh no, I'll leave it for now. Cloud can have what I consider to be his magic. So Absolute Steve's absolute notes of absoluteness says that note, the Kajada summon is powerful, but it has a big disadvantage from its multiple elemental properties. It deals fire, ice, and lightning damage all at the same time. So if an enemy absorbs, nullifies, or halves any of these, the spell will inflict much less damage than it should. Unfortunately, the materia doesn't grant any elements when paired with an elemental materia, so you can't take early advantage from any elemental protection. So essentially, if you're up against somebody who doesn't have any defenses against this stuff, it's going to do big damage. If they absorb or nullify or block anything, any one of those three things, then it's like not going to do... It's like not the go-to materia, essentially. Which is a shame because it's pretty cool. So it's just kind of like a harder one to use. I'm gonna give it to Yuffie. That sounds neat. I gave Yuffie the MP plus because she needed a little extra MP more than anybody else for sure. Because I was gonna give it to Eris, but then I looked at Eris' MP and I'm like, yeah, I think she's okay. Okay, so that's that. Now we are going to be heading all the way back to the Gold Saucer area and enter the single house near Gungaga. So let's go do that. Will I cut out the travel time? I mean, you know what the Gold Saucer area is. So I shouldn't necessarily need to show it. Oh look, it's Midgar. Isn't that crazy? We haven't seen Midgar in a long time. Hold on, I am about to go the long way around. Well, I guess if there's no battles or anything, I mean, even if there were battles, we could just skip around a teensy bit. But yeah, I think we just have to trace this continent, right? And then we'll eventually make it back to the Gold Saucer. One sec, I'm figuring it out. Like this? Yes, yes. Oh yeah, okay, that's Rocket Town. So we just need to, oh, I don't like how the camera does that. I don't remember the camera swinging around so much, but I could be wrong. Okay. So I want to see... Well, this Cosmo Canyon. Let me in. Can I, or do I just roll from here? Mayhaps? Oh, fights. Sand gun. Oh, I feel like that was the first time I ever fought those guys. But I mean, Cloud one-shots everybody now, so no, I'm not super concerned. Oh, it drains your MP? That sucks. Rage Bomber, don't do it. Ow. Oh, I also changed Eris's staff to the one that gives you double AP. Because, I mean, she doesn't really need to have a staff that that I didn't feel like she needed to have one that had a million materia, and then I also didn't feel like she needed to have one that did a lot of damage either. I didn't really feel like she was going to be making much use out of that. Oh, we can't trace this. It's just kind of hard. I think this is as far as we can go doing that. Go back. I mean, does any enemy that we would be fighting right now have more than 740 HP? That's kind of the question. Oh. Hold the phone. Can we take the tiny Bronco back to Gold Saucer? Or to the Gold Saucer area? Or do we need to go get the buggy now? Surely the tiny Bronco is meant to get us through most areas now. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna go figure this out, and I'll see you in a moment. Alright, I figured it out. I forgot that we can go through rivers and stuff. So the connecting part is the river, which is super nifty. Because now here's the Gold Saucer area, and then this, I'm pretty sure this is the lone house we need to get to. Oh, another customer. You sure picked an out of the way place, but if it's the keystone you're looking for, you're too late. Don't have it. Keystone. What, you didn't come here for that? The keystone is the key that unlocks the gate to a very old temple somewhere. Well, we do actually need that. You're not gonna believe your ears, but I heard it was the Temple of the Ancients. Temple of the Ancients? Don't take it seriously, it's just a legend. Gotcha. Well, let's see here. Gold Saucer area, single house. Travel by the river. Running through the West Continent to reach it faster. Weapon dealer living here knows a great deal about the keystone we're after. But he sold it to Dio. Gasp. Where is the keystone? I sold it already. Yeah, well, to tell the truth, I didn't really want to sell it, but the guy had a way about him that made you feel like it may not be a good idea not to sell it to him. Who'd you sell it to? The manager of the Gold Saucer. I think his name was Dio. Dio. Said he was going to put it in his museum, and he took off out of here. Well, that sucks, man. I would say that sucks and is bad, and I'll kill you. He's also looking. Oh, the weapon dealer is also looking for a material called mithril. If you already have this in your possession, you can skip the following paragraphs. We do already have that. Let's see here. Oh yeah, and then it's going over. It's the guy the man in the cave that gave us the mithril. That would be what you would do here if we didn't do that the first time. But I already sat there, I did some fights until I got even and odd numbers, or double even and odd numbers, so we're good. Hold on. The last two numbers, you'll get, oh, both, yeah. Come on, it's only a legend, but if it were true, that sure would be something, wouldn't it? Now that you mention it, I've heard of something called ultimate destruction magic. It's supposed to be hidden somewhere in the Temple of the Ancients. Ultimate destruction magic. Come on, I said don't take it seriously. Well, you're very close to me, sir. All the weapons you see here, I made myself, but lately, I haven't been able to get the materials. What do you happen to need, my friend? Hey, you wouldn't happen to have any mithril on you, would you? I'll trade you something good if you can spare me some. And then the thing says, do we just give it to him? Note that it is possible to infinitely reclaim a piece of mithril from the sleeping man as long as you choose the small box containing Great Gospel. What? Huh? As long as we choose... What? Get the mithril, go back to the weapon seller's house, give it to him, and he'll let you open up either the small box upstairs or the large box downstairs. The large box holds a gold armlet. That blows. The small one contains Great Gospel, Eris's final limit break. Needless to say, you should go for the small box. Furthermore, it is the very best time to teach Eris this limit, which requires her to learn all other limit breaks as well. It grants Peerless status to all party members for a short period of time, and Aeris is the only character that can ever cast this status. Peerless. What did... Oh, crud. Oopsies, I skipped a bunch of stuff. Okay, here we go. And we're back. Let me look up Peerless really quick. FF7. Peerless. Peerless is the plan to protect the Great Gospel gives you. It makes you invincible. That's crazy. That's crazy. It's also crazy because having to grind up to get all of Aerith's stuff in order for her to learn that would involve grinding a lot of stuff immediately, because slight spoilers, there's a bit of a ticking clock at the moment if you don't know how this game goes. Hey, thanks. Alright, you can help yourself to either the big box or the small box. It says that the small box is upstairs, so this one. Yada-da-dum. What does Aeris have in the ways of limits, even? She only has her level 1 limits. I think we might be keeping Aeris in the party for the foreseeable future. I'm gonna be honest with you. So, if you get the Great Gospel, you can infinitely reclaim a piece of Mithril from the Sleeping Man. Because they don't want to completely lock you out of somebody's entire, like, a special limit break for somebody just because by giving you a gold armlet. Like, that would suck. Okay, Southeastern Isles. You can also explore a new continent southeast. It's an excellent training area, especially the beaches with sea worms, from which you can steal dragon scales, a powerful battle item. Speaking of which, it is an excellent idea to backtrack to the long bridge on Mount Corel and steal several right arms from bombs there. This will come in handy soon. Oh wait, I think soon we gotta go to Gold Saucer. We would want right arms, because Gold Saucer. The right arms made or were what was gonna make or break me, because we can get Omni Slash now, which is Cloud's final limit break. From the battle square at Gold Saucer, it costs a whopping 51,200 BP at this time, so make sure you have plenty of GP before entering the arena. It is important to note that checking the keystone in Dio's showroom will advance the story automatically, so don't do that. If you do that, I will find you and I will personally kill you. No, I'm not going to do that. I'd give you a firm handshake and then I would jump out the window because I've broken into your home. Okay. I'm going to be... Okay, so that's what we're doing for the rest of tonight, probably. Because, well, I mean, we're strong. I'm stronger now. I almost want to know if I rolled in there as Vincent with Vincent's loadout, if that would work. He would just be using death blow on people. Would it work? I would be tempted to like go in there and try with that loadout, but otherwise it has to be Cloud again. Although Cloud has the champion belt now, which has made him incredibly strong. He also has a really strong limit. We've upgraded a bunch of materia that we could give to him. It's hard to maybe give him time magic so he can cast haste on himself. Either way, yeah, you can explore a new continent on the southeast. So, oh, I see what it means. Where is my Bronco? Whoa. My assumption is that it means... It doesn't mean... Well, no, this is south. It must mean, I'm assuming it means the large sort of thing over this away? Yeah, these islands sort of... No, isn't that just Wutai? Is that not just Wutai? Hold on. Southeastern Isles. You can explore a new continent of the southeast. It's an excellent training area. Let me see here. FF7, Southeastern Isles. The Medeal area. Oh. Yeah, no, this is right. Well, okay, I just want to be careful wandering on the beaches here, Because this might also be where Wutai is. Well, this one is for sure. Maybe not. Maybe not. No, it said we were closer to Wutai where we landed, which was closer that way, I think. I'll just make sure to really stick to the beach itself. Well, if I find a sea worm, we'll know. That's a sea worm. I need to steal. Oh, I stole it. Nice. That was, oh, quite, it didn't die from, ooh, this thing has a lot of HP, don't it? Okay, it's not doing a lot of damage. How much HP does this thing have? Should I be using something else on it? I'm genuinely shocked. Yuffie's crying. She's scared. Oh, Restore leveled up? I feel like Restore leveled up finally. Jeez. Jeepers. Okay. Hey, how many tents do we have? We only have 2. Not great. Cloud, stop being furious. Can you? Thanks. Okay, and then let's also type. Oh. Let me see dragon scales. Water damage on all opponents. Oh, that's interesting. Because there's no water materia in the game, right? So so you have like Aqua Lung, and then you have this. I think that might be it. Okay, so I'll grab some of these because that's probably really strong. I'll nab maybe like 5-ish of them, and then and then I'm going to go get more right arms from Mount Corral. And then we're gonna head back to the gold saucer. And I'm gonna get some, and I'm gonna have to play the basketball game again to get some GP. Oh boy. And then after that we gotta go back to Fort Condor and do another Condor fight. Alright. I'm not gonna see you for a little while, but you'll see me in a second. We'll see how I do. Gotta talk about something really quick. Yuffie can, and well, I'm not gonna say it's just Yuffie, but when I use Steel, she gets a dragon scale like first try pretty much every single time, and then we're just wailing on these sea worms. Also, though, the sea worms I just noticed they drop like 200 AP, and there's only one enemy on the screen. It's crazy, and that's getting doubled up to 400. No wonder freaking Absolute Steve said this is a really good training spot. I was curious, like, what about it made it a good training spot? Decent experience, really, really good for AP grinding, I suppose. Probably not great if you're just trying to grind limits, because limits are based around, those grow off of how many enemies you kill, specifically. So you would want areas that have, like, a lot of enemies on screen at once, which is, not many, not too many. Some of the caves were like that. The mountain, Mount Nabel, that was like that. But yeah, so we're getting some good AP here, so not bad at all. You know what's weird to me? people were getting riled up because somebody was like, "Oh yes, I'm so excited for new Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. I'm so glad that they're taking my linear character-driven game and adding a big, meaningless open world where I can do a bunch of fetch quests." Ooh. We're legit framing it in the most, like, I'm clearly whining about a thing kind of way. I'm whining about a thing and I know it kind of way, which is annoying just to start with, right? But also the sentiment that, the idea that Final Fantasy VII, of all games, of all even like Final Fantasy games in general, right? Final Fantasy VII, you don't think Final Fantasy VII could benefit from taking this whole world map and creating it, like actually developing that space, allowing you to wander and explore it? Like, I don't understand. And also, it seems to imply, there seems to be a claim implied in that, right? That not going to get to just go and beeline for the story. When it's like, well, first off, it's not true open world, because true open world would mean I can go wherever I want, whenever I want to. It's more like there are large connected zones, like seamlessly connected one after the other, but they're still zones, and you still have to hit certain points before you can progress to the next part. Presumably there will be a point in the game where everything opens up. We're getting a lot of money too. Jeez, these guys dropped like 6,000 gold. Gil, that's crazy. But yeah, so presumably there will be a point, right, in the game where everything will open up a lot more. You'll be able to jump back and forth between areas willy-nilly, and that's all good and dandy. But for the most part, like, you're still gonna have to go and hit the key plot points before moving on. And here's another thing too: that big open map, and that you're so worried about having to, do a million more like meaningless quests or fetch quests or the likes. I get that. I actually do understand that fear, right? However, you can just go. It being open, right? If your complaint is it being open world typically translates to you can go and do what you want. If you want to beeline through the story and just get that done, you can do that. You can do that in a majority of open world games. You can even do that in Tears of the Kingdom, which is arguably not about the story at all. You can beeline through the story, just focus it down and finish it if that's your prerogative. You can do that. It's fine. You have the choice. I don't know. I understand, because here's the thing. I also don't like when that there seems to be the sentiment that any game can be improved by making it open world. It truly does feel like certain developers and studios believe that now, right? Like, oh, well, open world has done well for other series, so now everything needs to have big open zones, right? God of War Ragnarok gotta have big open zones. Spider-Man 2 gotta be a big open city. Now, granted, Spider-Man games typically are like that, right? I'm just saying examples like, oh, Zelda gotta be I can't imagine, freaking IG Onuma's like, oh, I can't imagine making a Zelda game that's not just like a 3D Zelda game that's not this open-ended and just like an open world, has an open world map like this. I want to make them even more open than this. And here's the thing, right? These games are not good or bad because they're open world. It's what you do with it. I think injecting an open world framework into just any game or game series, that's not going to lead to success. And I think there's a misunderstanding there with that. So people are like, well, if we just make the maps bigger and bigger and have a million things to do, it's like, yeah, but if the quality of what you're doing is bad, then it doesn't matter. Now, do I think that every single side objective there's going to be to do in the new game, do I think every single thing is going to be wholly meaningful, just as good as every side quest is going to hit a certain like mark of quality? No, I don't think so, because that just doesn't happen with open world games or open-ended games like that, right? It just truly doesn't happen that way. However, do I think that there is a high probability and a high amount of potential there to put Final Fantasy VII into that framework? And do I think that Final Fantasy VII could possibly benefit from that? Do I think that Final Fantasy even this original game already does so much that's very similar or in that vein? I mean, look at what we're doing right now. We got a new vehicle, and now we can explore a million new areas that are all optional. Go and find out new things. Go and gain new abilities, gain new powers, do side quests. Do I think every single side quest is going to be as every single new side quest in Rebirth? Do I think it's going to be as meaningful as some of just the few side quests that there are in this game individually? No, I would highly doubt that, right? Because the more content you add into a game, the higher the probability that it's not all going to be amazing. But that's fine, because you get to choose how much or how little you do. Now, however, worst case scenario, right? The worst case scenario is that side questing feels in Rebirth how it does in Final Fantasy 16. Do I think that's going to be the case? I don't think so. Because I don't know, I trust the team working on Rebirth. After playing Remake and seeing what they were doing with that game and how they adapted Midgar, and seeing how they're adapting like the entirety of Disc 1 in Rebirth and the trailers and stuff like that, I have faith in them. I feel like they know what they're doing. I could be totally wrong, right? Because the worst case scenario is actually really bad. If the quality of the side questing is on par with Final Fantasy 16, it's going to be a slog. Because I'm sorry, interesting character beats and interesting narrative stuff aside, the side questing in the side questing in Final Fantasy 16 is an absolute slog. It bored me to tears. I did every single side quest in the game, and you can argue, well, you didn't have to do that, right? But a lot of people have pointed out, and I think this is actually part of the problem, that a lot of the world building, there's a lot of really good world building, a lot of really good character moments, a lot of really good character beats in the side questing. But playing through the side quest is the part that sucked. It was not good. It felt kind of miserable sometimes. So, my whole deal is, you need to make the actual playing through the quests as good. 15 dragon scales? That should be fine. I think that should be fine. So we can head over to Mount Corel. Yeah, so you need to make the actually playing through the quests as good as whatever narrative beats are laced through them. You know what I mean? You gotta do that. That is a must. If you don't do that, it's gonna be miserable. Now, do I think everything is gonna be that good? No. It just simply cannot be that way. You know what I mean? It just simply isn't gonna happen. There are going to be things that are grindy, or that you have to go out of your way, it's going to feel like needlessly out of your way to do them. It's just going to be that way, you know. Like, for instance, some of the not every single dot on the map is going to be as meaningful as the last. All right, it's just not going to happen. But that's okay. Each thing doesn't need to be like that, right? There just need to be tiers, and the more involved beats need to just be the highest quality ones. You know what I mean? Of course, you're gonna have your points on the map where it's like, you need to go over here and essentially press X, and a thing is gonna happen, and you'll get some experience points or whatever. That's gonna happen, all right? That is gonna happen. Oh, that's fine. You can do that. It's not an absolute deal breaker. You know what I mean? It's just about how much stuff. It's just about how much stuff is in there, and how much of it is populated with meaningful content. That's going to make or break the game. You know what I mean? We'll see. It's also just kind of like too early to tell. Of course, you're gonna have your. Trust me, you're gonna have your people who, like, day one of the game coming out, they're gonna be like, yo, game's a buggy mess, game's hideous, writing's awful, it's got no hose, 0 riz. You know, you're gonna have those people because there are some people put on this planet just to hate aimlessly, and that's fine. You know, how would we know what loving is if we didn't know what hate looked like? I suppose. Anyways, I'm gonna go get some right arms now. I'm also gonna try to not get a full petrification on my team here, because that would be really bad. Okay, thank goodness, because if every single party member gets petrified at once, that counts as a death, and I would have lost a bunch of progress. So I'm actually gonna save my game right here. Jeepers, okay. I need to remember that I just need to be taking the tiny Bronco anywhere now, because I don't have access to the buggy at all times. I think I'm on my way to Mount Corel. We'll see. I'll find out. Yeah, I thought to put Steel on Cloud because Cloud's our highest level person, and the higher the level you have, the better a chance of stealing, from what I understand. But I do know that the guide seemed to imply that beyond certain levels, it's harder to steal or eventually impossible to steal certain things from certain enemies, which is interesting and important to keep in mind, I guess. Okay, so the nice thing about coming to Mount Corel is that we can go straight to the Gold Saucer, which means we are about to commence attempting to get Omni Slash, which is crazy that you can get it so early, and slightly miserable for me. Actually, it wasn't terrible last time. It's just there was a lot of RNG in place, right? Now we got more stuff. We're stronger. Cloud's stronger than he's ever been. I'll have to make sure I have enough attempts worth of GP. So I'll have to go play basketball for another like 50 hours or something. How much GP do I actually have, actually? Do we check that? We don't have any. I guess I'm stuck. I'll pay. I don't have any. Simply have none. And then we gotta pay to get in again. Welcome to Gold Saucer. Yeah, single pass. Now granted, fighting those sea worms did give us 100,000 gil. So we're okay on money. We are not hurting on money. I mean, maybe we will be soon, all things considered, but oh well. I think it was Wonder Square? Yeah, Wonder Square. I'll see you on the other side of this. So I actually did really, really good on Super Dunk. I got 91 GP in total. I got 63 in like one go though, which is pretty crazy. Guess I'm stuck, I'll pay. Okay. So we can save now. We need to consider who we're doing what with. I'm tempted, right? I'm tempted to see if Vincent, with his build, can just go in here and just death blow everybody. But that's single target damage, and what we need is like full team damage, essentially, you know? So probably not. So I think I'm just gonna take that from him. You can get back in here. Cloud's got this stuff on him. I think the Moonblade's just the best. Well, no, technically the Yoshiyuki is the strongest one. So when an ally is down, I'm assuming allies being absent is not an ally being down, though, to be fair. Yeah, but it says, okay, they make a note that checking the keystone in Dio's showroom will advance the story. So don't be doing that, obviously. Yeah, no, there's no tips or tricks or anything. This is just straightforward, like, this is just doing it. You're doing it or you're not. Okay, so things we want to do, now that we have access to the save point once, is we're going to want to move up. I'm going to assume we're going to want to move up those. The right arms are going to be the default thing that we want, obviously. Those high potions back. High potions are good in a pinch. Tight pinch. Okay. 16 right arms, and if worse comes to worse, these are supposed to be really good. It's water damage on all opponents. If it's anything close to Aqua Lung, that'll be great. Cloud, your materia, got HP plus. I think that's fine. Things I'm not gonna end up using, right? I'm not gonna be gaining anything from this, right? So anything we're not gonna be using. I mean, we're not gonna be using steel. Not gonna be using a summon. And then take out the alls. Okay, so Gonna roll in there with, oh, finally got Asuna. That's nice. Pretty sure Asuna cures unusual status effects. Okay. Does that just mean everything else, or that'd be pretty good? Oh, you know what? Yeah, take that too. Definitely want counterattack. That's a big one. I've realized the more that you can make, if your goal is to make a single character extremely powerful, one of the best things you can do is make sure that they get to act as much as possible. And one of the best ways to do that is seriously to like give them counterattack, give them long range so they can sit in the back now, get cover. So it reduces the amount of damage they're taking. That's only good. Yeah, and anything else is just sort of like, oh, well, hold on. I need, restore. And then time. I'm wondering, does exit magic, does escape let me leave in the middle of the thing that's going really, really bad? Would I be using lightning ever? I feel like I wouldn't be using lightning ever. Because ideally I'm going to be using, ideally I would be using other stuff a bunch. Honestly, it's more cost effective to use, oddly enough, more cost effective to use a tent than it is to use anything else. Not even joking. Tents are only 500, ethers are like 1500. So to get that little MP back on Cloud, it's honestly just the best thing to do. Okay. This is us. This is what we're doing now. I think this is the best Cloud can be. I mean, Cloud's incredibly strong too, to be fair. Blows all away all opponents. I don't know if that counts as winning. Attacks one opponent. Blade Beam diffuses, hits other opponents afterwards. I'm almost wondering if we want to set Cloud to a lower limit break so he has a better chance of getting his limit break. Meteor Rain is obviously amazing. We'll roll with Meteor Rain first. So we're going to have 8 chances. We're going to have 8 chances to get up to over 50k BP. This is fine. We're fine. We're just fine. Alright, here we go. Okay. No sense in delaying it. Omni Slash is inevitable. I did actually, this is the one time I did the battle script originally. Was I went to get Omni Slash at the end of the game. And it was pretty bad. I think because of the debuffs in between battles, it just stays hard and difficult. Sign me up, lady. I got nothing to lose. You can't hurt me anymore. I used Matcha Magic instead of Beta twice in a row. And I lost at the very last one of the first try. of the first attempt. So I'm just gonna reset because it's a bad start. I have 8 attempts, but I do need to get a lot of BP, so I got minimized so early, so my counterattack was utterly useless. Now you can take the time to undo the minimize, right? But with how much fighting I have to do, the most efficient way in my mind is for me to just try to get through things as quickly as possible, which means when one avenue gets locked off, I'm just probably going to use another one. If I become small, I'm not going to use attacks ever. If I become a frog, I'm probably just going to use items if I can, unless it's very early. Then I'll try to unfrog myself, but you know, it's probably what I probably should do. I'm never going to use Bolt. However, what I would probably end up using is Asuna. as like a emergency, I really need to not be a frog right now kind of a deal, you know what I mean? So I'll do that. We'll see. Here we go. The basilisks, or the basilisks. I think the petrify carries over, because everything carries over. Oh gosh. Oh, I kind of need to hurry a little bit. Okay, it's a good thing I took Asuna then. Asuna should cure this, right? I cured everything. Cool. That weirdo Yin Yang guy from the crypt beneath Shinra Mansion where we met Vincent. It was at the end, and it got to go twice because it counts as two different guys. I gotta restart again. I haven't. It was the last one of the first attempt again. What is happening? Come on, dude. Oh, barely, dude. Oh, that sucks. That's crazy, really? My HP and MP got cut in half until Cloud, who started with 2700, only had like 600 max HP and like 60 or 70 max MP, and then my levels kept going down. And I'm assuming it means not the levels of the enemies. Maybe it means the levels of the enemies go down? It makes them weaker? I thought it meant like the character levels go down. Although if that was true, their stats would change. If that was true, I don't know. It must mean enemies then, because this, after almost losing, I used 3 right arms? Almost lost? Jeez. Okay, I mean, at least I made it past the first one though, so I'll keep trying, but jeez. Bad start. I lost because I got petrified. I forgot to kill my petrification. Because there's enemies in here that'll just petrify you, and since you're alone, if you get petrified, that's it. That's all there is. It's unbelievable. I think I need to set this. I'll have a better chance of actually getting to use a limit occasionally. Ay ay ay. Finally, some good food. That's what I mean, getting 10,000 on a single thing is really good. I basically, at the end, for the last 3 fights, I only had attack on Cloud. Well, and I had items too, thankfully. If I run out of items too, I mean, Cloud does a lot of damage on his hits, don't get me wrong, but you don't do that much damage. You don't do enough damage to one-shot some of these enemies, that's for sure. There are these 3 enemies in there every single time I've gotten to them. This time I actually removed my petrification, but then they did something else to me and it just booted me out. It just ended the fight. Do they remove you from combat? Is that what it is? Man, it's brutal. I keep getting caught in these loops of being petrified and not being able to do anything about it by the time my turn comes back around. Ticks down too fast. Oh. I think I gotta restart. 13. I only have 13,000. I've only like one thing effectively. All this petrification is crazy. I'm almost tempted to remove. I might need to give Cloud something to stop petrification. If I have that. Let's check. Paralyze, petrify, slow numb. Cloud's gonna drop his base attack is gonna drop a lot. But I mean, it might be worth it. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. All right. Perhaps. I mean, I could give him the Yoshiyuki. It would. I would have to remove 2 materia from the sword. Would probably be time and heal. Just do restore and enemy skill. Keep all these things. Maybe. I will consider. Had a really, really close call. Had to fight another dragon, but I was really, really weak. My armor was broken. My accessory was broken. My options were limited. I had no magic, so I didn't have a store magic. Kept using flamethrower. Was murdering the heck out of me. I got by just popping high potions endlessly, and then my limit break came up, and I got to use Meteor Rain, and it just one-shot him. Super lucky there. But so far, having a good round of things. Two consecutive rounds, 2 consecutive fights, we've won. Almost got 10,000 on both. This might be quick, might not be. Could be slow and painful. Who's to say? The moment I took the white cape off, which protects you from turning into a frog or becoming mini, I got slot machines that turned me into a frog. Almost every single round. Up until the very last round, where I was against Yin and Yang, and I was a frog. But right before they turned me into a frog, and during that round, the one before that took away my items. So I couldn't use Maiden's Kiss. It's just torture. It's just torture. The skeleton jester guys that you have a chance of fighting in the very first round used Joker on me. I died. I just died. The first fight, I just died. It's just miserable, dude. They throw all of the absolute worst guys at you in this. Turning into a frog, petrifying you. Some of the enemies, I have to keep the Petrify ring on because some of the enemies, they skip the timer on the Petrify and they just petrify. They just turn you into a stone. And then you lose instantly. The game doesn't even have a moment to let you know you've lost. Ugh. I think I have to win this one no matter what. I have one more attempt. I have 44,000. I could just not get enough points, honestly. I hope that's not how this goes. We'll see. We'll see. It threw a dragon at me. It threw a dragon at me, and I didn't have magic, so I didn't have a store magic. All I had was White Wind, but White Wind only heals you as much as you for as much HP as you already have, and I was already low. I didn't have items, and I misclicked too. I had Meteor, but my weapon was broken, so my limit break didn't kill. Got close, probably. Ugh. Oh, man. Got so close. This is the closest I've gotten. I've been at this for like 2 hours. Okay. Freaking dude. First, I got more GP, so I'd have 2 more tries. The first couple things. First thing, no items. Second thing, no materia. Third thing, attack broken. I'm just completely, I got nothing. I've got absolutely nothing. Getting no materia second try? It's crazy, dude. Oh, man. Okay. Well. Yeah. 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 I mean, I'll just reset it, I guess. It's crazy. It's so screwed up. That first attempt, I took a break, I got up, I stretched. Stared at a wall, questioned my life choices. You know what, might as well try the boy. Right? Why not? Cloud, you have other things to give you time. I'm just gonna... Sure, you got added effect time. Win on the thing, you got death blow. I'll give this a try once just to see how he does. Yeah, what else will you need, man? You need some of this stuff, right? Yeah, you're gonna need enemy skill just in case, restore, and Asuna. And you're gonna wanna not be a frog. Oh, I could just give you the champion belt, raise your attack a bunch? Sure. Let's see, Vincent. Let's see what you can do. What even happened there? What even happened there? What? I had a death timer, but I killed everybody, and then it moved on to the next thing, and then I got one shot. By what? I got something poured on me, and I died instantly? Why? Why? I've been at this for 3 hours. 3 hours. I was at it for 3 hours and I still didn't do it. I got so close sometimes. I had like 40,000 something. Then I just ran out of attempts. I could get more GP to get more attempts. If I grinded GP a bunch, then I could just keep trying and trying and trying until I got enough good attempts to do it, right? But I mean, 11 attempts should be plenty. And getting more GP to get more attempts is essentially just, I mean, what's the difference between doing that and just resetting? You know what I mean? I guess, I mean, I would have more attempts total before I'd have to reset. I don't know, I had some, like, such unlucky parts, too. But I've considered the sticking points that I keep running into the most. And now I'm going to try to rectify that by switching Cloud's build entirely. I'll see you on the other side. Okay, so here's what I've come to, right? I removed the HP plus and the MP plus because my HP gets permanently reduced. My HP and MP get permanently reduced so often that, like, I don't know, I don't feel like the max amounts of either really matter that much. I'm keeping counterattack because getting extra damage in to clear enemies is really good. Long range so that Cloud can still sit in the back, even though some of the really potent enemies do a lot of damage with range stuff anyways. It still is reducing my overall damage intake. Keeping restore because having emergency healing is good. Enemy skill is a must. Is a must, right? Now, using the gold armlet, I have added effect, Mini and Toad. So I don't know if it protects me entirely from it, when it's on armor, at the very least, it should reduce the amount of times either of these affect me. And then elemental protection from fire, because the dragon's flamethrower attack is crazy. It's absolutely insane. And I mean, and then as far as Runeblade, because I need the slots, so Runeblade, obviously, and then Gold Armlet, because I needed those to connect. And then I'm protecting against the one thing I don't have protection for, Petrify. This is all the protection against everything that has been giving me the most trouble. Now, this is not foolproof, because sometimes enemies will just clobber me over the head and knock me out, killing me instantly. Right? So, like, you know, there's not much protection against that. But we're doing the best we can with what we got. We'll see. Wait, hold on. Wait, hold on. Don't walk out, Walk over here. Oh my gosh, wait. Second try. It's a new night, but I might have gotten this second try. You currently have 51,000 battle points. Would you like to exchange them? Yeah. I have exactly enough. Oh my gosh, okay. Oh. Hallelujah. Does Cloud just get it? No, he doesn't, even though he has all of his other limit breaks. I think Omni Slash is different though. Unless maybe... Oh, combined total of at least 4 hours doing the arena. Now, was I doing it 100% optimally? No, because if you were really doing it optimally, you would pay attention to what slots you're selecting when. I just kind of mashed through them. I figure it needs to be bad anyways to get more points. I don't really care. I'm sure you could like try to pinpoint exactly when to get certain things. I just wanted to like be able to cram as many attempts in as possible. Okay, got it. Is that... You mean like really? Yeah, okay. Can I set it? Okay. Cloud before the end of Disc 1 now knows Omni Slash. What is going on? Okay. Well, I still have 42 GP, and you know, you can't take it with you, so I'm just gonna do some more attempts and see if we can buy anything else with the points that we get. Well, but no stakes now. So I'll see you in a bit. Oh my gosh. You know what I will say, and what I ended up doing today before I started was I sat down, I reconsidered what my equipment was, what materia I had, and I crafted Cloud to fit the situation. And I think if anything, here's the thing, as annoying as I find the battle, some aspects of the battle arena, what it does highlight is that the game's system, the materia system and equipment system truly is remarkable. Like, the amount of flexibility and the amount of nuance to it, the amount of consideration you can sit and take to optimize a character for a situation is really, really enjoyable, like, as a fan of RPGs. Okay. Well, I think I'm gonna see if we can get some more BP. Maybe we can get that preemptive materia or something else in there, and then we'll continue on, finally. Who would have thought? I bet this is only, like, barely, like, 30 minutes into this actual video. Yeah, note to self. Really good thing to not just toss away equipment, even weaker equipment, right? Because I kept at least one of everything, and that's what allowed me to build Cloud like this. Because if I had gotten rid of the gold armlets, I wouldn't have had anything that would have had multiple linked materia slots on it, 4 to be specific. So, you know, there is something to say with hoarding. You know, even if you got a weak piece of equipment, maybe it'll come in handy for something specific later on. Yes, that's awesome. It's so cool having. I used the Omni Slash one time in my original playthrough, and I thought you could only use it at the end. I think you get it at the end no matter what, but now you can actually just have it too, which is awesome. The stupid dragon. It's so how fitting. It's poetic. Ugh. See, I did so well. Look at how excited this lady is. I'm never gonna let her leave. This is gonna be her existence forever. Jittering in turmoil. Jitter for me, woman. Jitter. I've been here too long. I've seen too much. Okay, so I failed 2 things, but then I did the other 2. Used quite a few resources. I'm out of turbo ethers. I used an elixir just to try to clutch a win. Didn't work. That's fine. Whatever. So, we should have enough for... We have enough for a preemptive. We might have enough for a preemptive and a spleed. And a spleed? And a spleeds plus? A speed plus. Just barely don't have enough for another champion belt, but honestly, that's fine. I'm okay I'm okay having like 1 of every accessory. Honestly, after having to grind for Omni Slash, getting champion belts feels way more feasible. But I'd rather have this. And then I'd rather grab me one of these. Cool. I mean, that was pretty good. I mean, it was miserable and awful for like most of it. I'm sure any number of people could look at how I did it and be like, no, I hate you, die, you should be killed. And it's like, you know, that's great, and maybe one day I will be. Once you freaking grow the gruff to freaking come and kill me yourself. Until that day, though, I'm just chilling, playing Final Fantasy VII, just how I know how to do it. Oh, hold on, is speed drink just the haste thing? I thought it said speed plus. Am I dumb? Maybe I'm dumb? But how dumb am I? How dumb am I? Well, hold on, wait, I'm sorry, did I misunderstand? Next page. No, it says speed plus. Is that... doesn't mean speed drink, right? Hold on. Is it like... Oh man, I'm gonna have to redo all of Cloud's stuff. Okay, back to the Champion's Belt. Your materia, my liege. What did you have? Cloud. Oh, speed plus. Oh. Increases dexterity. Oh, okay. It's a materia. I wasn't expecting that. Well, hold on. There should also be a preemptive thing, right? Yeah, preemptive. Increases preemptive attacks. Yeah, so basically you just higher chance to just have a preemptive attack, which seems to be the only situation where your party members will get to go first unless they have haste on them. So, you know, consider that. Long range, counterattack. What's everything that I had? I had that on you. Right. I mean, that's kind of fun. Add long range and counterattack. I can't have anything that connects to anything on Cloud, so... yeah, have your lightning. I think I just had an all on him, right? Like, surely? Yeah, I probably just had an all on him. The obligatory Cloud farms all for us. So yeah, I mean, have speed plus, sure, why not? And then, I mean, like, yeah, I guess have... Why not have preemptive? Sure. Cloud is built to be a very specific kind of person right now. Eris, my love, you can have MP plus again. And you can have... Heal, and you can have Restore, and then you have Ice. And that's what you have. Eris, would you like to have the other enemy skill, Materia? Would that just tickle your fancy? You have an all sitting here that's also doing nothing. Oh, how did I have you built, Vincent? You had freaking one of the elementals. Then you had added effect, and I gave you time. Would something else do something else? Confusion? Sure, I have confusion. I'm okay with this being what you are, Vincent. And then I'll keep everything else. Okay. Well, now what we can finally do, I'm pretty sure. Well, first off, actually, I need to save. I need to save yesterday. Is that station? Yes. I don't think I can save on this one. I don't think I have enough. I don't have, no way, okay. Okay, so I'm gonna exit. I'm gonna save. And then, according to Absolute Steve, I'm finally freed. No, I'm not. I have to go do Fort Condor 9. Hey, the reward is 3 Turbo Ethers. I don't have any of those now, so... Cool. First time you can purchase Omni Slash. Cloud's Limit Break. Yeah, okay, did that. Fort Condor, and then finally we get to go to Wutai, and there's a bunch of stuff at Wutai that will be super great and cool and awesome and fun. Oh, Turtles Paradise Flyer number 6 and Turtles Paradise contest sign. Huh. Well, neat. Oh, interesting. So there is a note here that says the Wutai side quest can be done on disc 1 and 2, but after you, spoiler alert, after you parachute into Midgar again on disc 2, the quest becomes unavailable. So keep that in mind. Before you attempt the optional quest, which you are likely going to do after you've gotten the Tiny Bronco, make sure you get a decent supply of high potions, ethers, and tents. You'll soon find out why. I know why. Yeah. The game prefers you head to the Temple of the Ancients first. We can deduct from from the fact that many slotless weapons, that is, weapons without slots that have high attack rating and a higher hit percentage, and a critical hit bonus, can only be found there. Right, or bought on disc 2 in Junon, but that is irrelevant in this context. True. Furthermore, the Gygas armlet you win from the final boss in the Temple of the Ancients also raises strength with 30 points. Ah, I see. Yeah, basically, there's going to be a reason to want to equip things that have no, how you say, have no materia slots. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. If you know, you know. And if you don't, then I hate you. No, I don't hate you. I could never. Or could I? We have 9 tents. We have plenty of high potions. Could probably stand to have some ethers, but if we have tents, I'm not really worried about the ethers. Okay. So, okay, first things first. Gonna go to Fort Condor. And then we're done. And then we're good. I didn't even use all my right arms. I think I have like 7 more. And I still have like 14 or like 11 to 14 the dragon scales, which turned out to be very, very good. So happy enough with that. Also, I'm switching Tifa in because Eris is level 36. Yuffie is gonna stay in here for a bit for narrative purposes, but Tifa was lagging behind a little bit. Actually, you know what? I'll have Kate Sith in here just for a little teensy bit too, and then I'll probably switch Yuffie back in. No, I don't want to move all this materia back around. So yeah, Tifa will be in the party for now. Alright, we're here. We're gonna do the thing. You know, I don't need to tell you how it goes. It goes just about the same way. Need to be a little bit more careful about, evening out how many units I put on both sides. But other than that, we'll be, doing this, and it should be going quickly and smoothly, and then we'll be done. Hooray! Okay, we did it. Got some money back. I have enough money to a point where it's like I can kind of just throw money at this and not worry about it too much. Because like, well, we still got... We're at 80,000. We're good. And maybe 1.4 million on the horizon. We're getting there, slowly but surely. No, we don't need to rest. Okay. Then we're gonna save, and then I'm gonna see you back over in the Wutai area. Alright, we're here. We're here, and that means we can disembark and visit Yuffie's freaking hometown of Wutai, which is a place we've heard of once before. We know that Shinra once had a war with Wutai. That was apparently awful and bad and not good for anybody. But now we get to visit Yuffie's hometown, and it's gonna be really great. And you know, she's gonna like give us a tour. It's gonna be good for everybody. And oh, Cloud did not one-shot that enemy. Huh. Huh. Okay, no, Cloud can still one-shot enemies. Well, oh no, that one took damage. Oh, that one, oh, these enemies have a decent amount of HP, huh? Jeepers. Well, they drop a lot of experience and, go 2 Phoenix Downs and 2 Expo. Ooh. Ooh, okay. No kidding. Oh. Wait. Hey, Yuffie. What the? Did something happen? The freaking music. I know this area pretty well. It gets pretty tough past here. Better get ready. Really? Something tells me I shouldn't trust you. Oh, you know, I think they said that the Wutai section isn't going to be in 2? I mean in Rebirth? Which is crazy to me because, well, I guess you could do it whenever. You could do it in Disc 1 or Disc 2. I mean, we've seen how much stuff there is going to be to do in Rebirth already. Because here's the thing, everything that we've been seeing is abbreviated, technically, compared to the scale it's going to be in Rebirth. Because in Rebirth, all the environments and areas are going to be their own whole other things to traverse and explore, right? Outside of just the key locations. We're not going to be jumping from key location to key location like we've been doing in this one. So, I guess I can understand maybe they want to make... They probably also want to make... They also probably have, like, more expansive plans for Wutai. In this game, it is just an optional thing. Presumably, Wutai's not going to be an optional thing in the new games. Are you going to trick us again? No, it's really tough. There they are. Catch them. Oi. Shinra? Hey, that's not them. These are the other guys from before. Yuffie, you're not... Oh, I didn't know. I had nothing to do with this one. This one? Did you just say this one? So you were trying something. No, what should we do? Get them. Grab them and ask questions later. Now, what's nice about this, I actually use the Yuffie a lot more here than I have in the other one, so there does feel like a passage of time. And if you notice something, our characters do not have, oh my gosh, protection against grenades. Our characters do not have any magic, which means they do not have any materia. And Cloud is in the back row still, and he is doing less damage. Holy crap, these Shinra troops are, kind of bulky? Dang, missed the second one. No, don't put Cloud to sleep, no! Wait, you get to do that into grenade? Which just wakes him up. Wow. Ugh. It's a freaking travesty. What's going on? I thought something was odd. My materia's missing. Hey, we got a problem. My materia's all gone. Hey, where's Yuffie? She's done it again. I'll never forgive her. She was after a materia from the beginning. See, I feel like now that Yuffie's gonna be like a main character in truly part of the main cast in Rebirth, this part's gonna actually probably suck a little bit more if this is how they actually do it. She won't get away with this. I'm pretty sure she ran off to the north. Let's go after her. Dang, Tifa's pissed. Tifa's like legit pissed off. Okay, well, first things first. Move you like that. Now, okay, according to the guide, though, she doesn't actually take everything. She does have a limit. So Yuffie, yeah, it says Yuffie will not necessarily take all your materia, as she can only hold so much herself. She'll take precious materia over common ones in the following order. So yeah, I'm not going to read through all of this, but there's a materia called Underwater? Huh. Weird. But she'll take things like Master Summon, Knights of the Round, Master Command. Don't know what that is. Master Magic. Don't know what that is either. There's a lot of stuff I didn't get, huh? In the first W Summon, W Magic, Mega All, Counter. Counter? Crud, Yuffie. Typhon, Hades, Quadra Magic, Mime, Magic Counter, Ultima, Shield. Full Cure, Neo Bahamut, Phoenix, Enemy Skill. Enemy Skill, no. She for sure took it then, right? Oh, no, however much she can carry, we are cleared out. Okay. Okay, no, yeah, she took everything. She can only hold so much herself. Well, I don't know how much she can hold, but she has taken enough. Yeah, which means that we're rolling around with what we have, which is attacking. That's what we have. However, this does mean that we don't have any materia to level up. Yeah, we don't have any materia to level up. And we don't have... Which means, essentially, you know, it's just sort of like equip everybody with their strongest freaking... Power up near death. Oh, it's also double. Really? Yeah, you just equip everybody with their strongest weapons and we figure it out. Quite, wait a minute. Yuffie had the sprint shoes too, which means she took the sprint shoes with her. No. Crud. Okay, well, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna have Barrett just be... actually, no. I'm gonna have Heavy Vulcan's stronger. Tifa, Barrett, you can be support. All Cloud's going to be good for is attacking. Actually, no, hold on. Oh yeah, might as well equip somebody with Ed and Coat too, because I mean we don't have any use for that anyway, for the rune armlets right now anyways as well. So, yeah, let's see. Yeah, Barrett, why don't you can have Fury Ring and yep, we just need everybody to be freaking heavy hitters right now, honestly. So, I mean, obviously there is like Power Soul. It says power up near death, but it's also one of the weaker weapons we even have right now. It does do double growth though, which is interesting. But yeah. And then we just chase Yuffie down. And when we find her, we kill her. Which is what you do with filthy thieves. No, I'm just kidding. Although she has put us in a pretty harrowing situation, would you consider? Okay. So, it says read the table from top to bottom, left to right. Start with the Master Summon, followed by Knights of the Round. The contained materia is followed by HP, MP. The enemy away materia followed by Lucky Plus. Interesting. Now another tip from Absolute Steve says, now that your materia is gone, you can change your equipment to balance things somewhat. Give Cloud the Yoshi Yuki. Makes sense. Very powerful when allies get KO'd. ×2 power for 1, 3 times power for 2. Give Red 13 the Seraph Comb. For all the other characters, give them the weapon with the highest attack rating. If you completed Temple of the Ancients, then give them the non-slot weapons, which are ideal for this part. There are also... these weapons not only have a high attack ranking, we don't have any of these, they also have a higher hit percentage and a critical hit bonus. The Gygas Armlet boosts strength 30+. If you have the Champion's Belt, those also raise strength and vitality by 30. Lastly, Power Wrists raise strength by 10. Yeah. And then, yeah, we are just going forward until we get to Wutai. So time to just get to Wutai. Do I want to roll with this team? I mean, everybody has made it to level 35 at least. I mean, yeah, Red really is like the best attacker right now, to be honest. Honestly, I think I am gonna switch. Well, hold on. I'm gonna switch Red in here. Then I'm gonna give him the Seraph Comb. Give him the Fury Ring. Red is just gonna sit there and pump out some damage. It's gonna do some pretty crazy damage too. Oh, the bridge actually like shakes when you walk across. That's fun. Yeah, this is one of the most interesting just like world map environments because it's pretty extensive, but there's also a lot like actually like things going on with it. Like you're crossing canyons and bridges and stuff like that, which is pretty interesting. I think what I will do right now actually as well. I'll make a save, but it'll be our first. Second slot save, save 3. I like having that amount of save slots, so it just sort of like becomes a way to like bookmark big moments in the game. There we go, that's some damage for Cloud. Dang, Tifa, your punching really don't do much. No offense. The lightning attacks are kind of brutal. Oh yeah, echo screens? Yeah, I'm really worried about being silenced right now, game, thanks. Oh, do I have to go down all the way around? I do. I think I probably will speed up these oh, there's a chocobo tracks over there. Huh. I think I will probably have to speed up these battles, only because all we're doing is melee attacking. Jeez, the lightning attacks on these people. It might actually be good. Tifa's getting screwed up too. Tifa, it would be good for you to have the bolt ring right now, actually. To be completely honest. I mean, I got some. I did get some 10s. I mean, you know, I think what this part also shows you is just how valuable materia is. Because without it, suddenly we, was that a cave over there? Huh. I wonder where that cave goes to. Because without it, suddenly we are, like, we've gone from one-shotting every enemy grouping we've had encounters with for the entirety of the game to almost genuinely almost dying a couple times just because the being from being in prolonged fights. But you know, Cloud also does 2,600 damage, so I'm not too worried about it. There's Wutai. Hey! Hey! Yuffie! I'm gonna kill you! I mean, no, I'm not gonna do that. I'm bad at getting people to not be afraid of me. Guess what? Yuffie went away. Let's see. Chase her down the 2 small bridges. Read the sign on the building with the large pot next to it. This is the Turtle Paradise Flyer Contest. You should probably have read most of the flyers by now. Into the pub, you'll run into the Turks. Oh. Hold on. Ooh, I like the music in this place, though. Pretty moody. Oh, yeah, it's got a turtle on it. Pub, Turtle's Paradise Publicity Flyers Notice. Paradise is now having a publicity campaign. Flyers will be posted all over the world, so make sure you look for them. The flyers say Turtle's Paradise. There were 6 in all. If you find them all, make sure to let the owner of the Turtle's Paradise know you can win a prize. All you have to do is read them. Please don't take them down or rip them up. How would you know if I've read them, though? Oh, so funny. Oh, successfully downloaded update for the Game Boy Advance. I can't open this and what's something new? Oh, new update. A pair of golden game. Oh, 2 Golden Sun games. Wow, neat. Anyways, hey, look, it's Stokes. How did you get here? Never mind that. I guess it's fate that brought us together. Get ready to die. Elena, you talk too much. What? What are we doing all the way out here in the middle of nowhere? We're taking a vacation, resting up from our work? Now our vacation is ruined. But even the booze tastes bad now. Sorry. So funny. Drink, Rude. How long have we been a team? Being a Turk's been hard at times, but all in all, I'm glad I did it. After all, I got to be meet a bunch of wingnuts like you. See, the Turks could be the group of characters in a different game. They'd be terrible people. Technically, when you imagine, when you think about the things they've done, but still. To the Turks, to Reno, cheers. Sorry, Lana. You're lucky, alright. Now get out of my sight. Next time we meet, I won't be so nice. Sure thing, Lana, I'm sorry. Hey, did you hear? There used to be a water god here in Wutai. They said the water god was a huge snake. Now we live in a world filled with Mako. Not many people would believe in something like that now. But some in the world, and here in Wutai, still believe. Believe in the scales of the water god, and in materia that has its power in it. Food? Can you give me food, Mr. Foodman? Hey, welcome. You want a trip? Well, just relax and make yourself at home. Nowadays, Wutai is just able to get by thanks to the tourists. Oh. Oh, that's kind of depressing. So it's like a Hawaii? I was talking about that with somebody the other day, and I was like, you know, it's probably a really wonderful place to visit. I feel like aspects of that, of just like how it came to be the way it is now, kind of just bummed me out. So you head northwest to a different part of town. The house on the right lets you sleep for free. Oh. Spot a secret entrance in the left room, which leads to a chest with a magic shuriken. Oh, too bad we don't have anybody who's going to be in the party for long who could utilize a magic shuriken. We'll take a save. Head northwest. Hello, child. Alright, I know. On the side of the mountain, right there, in your face, is Dachau. I hear you can climb to the top, but since it's dangerous, I'd be mighty careful if I were you. A go with materia? No, there hasn't been anyone climbing Dachau for some time now. You know, I've noticed there's a pounding noise from time to time in the store. The store? Oi! What the? I forgot about that. Yuffie, you scumbag! Gosh dang it. Huh? What? You did? What? I did what? A lot of different stuff. Take what you want. Oh, yeah, of course, they give you some of this stuff. What's this? Choco Feather plus 10 dexterity? Well, I don't have one. I think I'm good otherwise. Okay, what is it? Northwest? Like this way? Lord Godo is in this house. He used to be quite strong, but now all he does is sleep. That's just how she is. Sometimes she'll just bust into people's houses. Other times she'll hide in the shadows, just like a little kid. Lord Godo? You mean... talking about Yuffie? Just how she is. The 5-storied pagoda over there is called the Pagoda of the 5 Mighty Gods. The 5 gods are power, speed, magic, war, and omni. Omni has the best of the others. For generations, we in the Wutai have worshipped Dachau, the water god. Legend has it that the village has been protected by Dachau, the water god, and the 5 mighty gods. But in the last battle, we didn't fare so well. I guess our beliefs were only based on legend. That's sad to hear. Oh, this Dr. Pepper is watered down. It has been sitting here for too long and all the ice has melted. Yum. Oh. Let's see. This is going to be a chest with a magic shuriken in it. The fact that Yuffie jumps down and makes sure that you can't have any extra materia is crazy. Ho ho ho. Hairpin. Is that the thing? Hold on. Hairpin, long range weapon. Oh. Oh, it's for Red 13? Oh wow, it's still a fairly strong weapon. Oh, I see. And then it has really high accuracy. And doesn't have any materia slots, but obviously the Seraph thing is still better for this. Even in this situation. Okay, let's see here. House in the right bedroom, which you can sleep for free. Spot a secret entrance on the left of this room that leads to a chest with a magic shuriken. Okay, I skipped the one with the magic shuriken. Oh, here it is. I see. Interesting. These are pretty cool looking backgrounds too. Magic shuriken has to be for Yuffie. But I'm curious. I'll see. I forgot to equip her with the super ball to begin with, though, which is kind of a shame. But oh well. Oh, you know, I guess the cool thing about Red's and that thing for Red was that it's a long-ranged weapon, so he could sit in the back row. I guess we could do that, right? Yeah, why not? It's not that much less damage, and then he gets to sit in the back row, take less damage. And he's already got a damage boost from the Fury Ring too, so. Let's see here. We talked to the man in the nearby room several times. Hello, sir? Godo. Guga. What do you want? Don't have anything much, but you should be able to rest yourselves here, make yourselves at home. Thanks. People in this game are weird. They're just like, yeah, hey, stranger. Yeah, I got a spare room if you need to go to sleep for a little bit. Yuffie? Nope, never heard of her. Goo. What is this? You again? I said it once. I'll say it again. I don't know her. Listen, I said I didn't know her. There isn't anyone named Yuffie here in Wutai. Never seen you around here before? Lately, I've been seeing lots of Shinra soldiers around here. You wouldn't know anything about that, would you? I don't care who you are. But if you're in trouble with the Shinra, I'm gonna have to ask you to leave. I don't want the Shinra hanging around here looking over my shoulder. What's with you, you coward? Yuffie. You scared of the Shinra? Why don't you just bow down and obey them like all the other towns? Those guys are the ones who are really fighting the Shinra. I mean, well, yeah, Yuffie, we were until you took all of our, what I would argue would be 80% of our ability to do so. Shut up. What would you know about this? You got beat once, so what? That's it? What happened to the mighty Wutai I used to know? No kid like you is going to talk to me like that. You keep acting like that, you ought to be ashamed of yourself. That's my style, and it's my business, not yours. Don't try and dictate what I should do. I love how in one fell swoop, they add like 7 layers of depth to everything Yuffie has ever said and done, and anything she's ever, any way she's ever acted. Because, I mean, let's be honest, up till now, she's pretty surface level as far as compared to the other characters. She really feels the most like, yeah, I'm just an extra kind of character you could have on your team. But then suddenly, in one fell swoop, they're like, oh, she's trying to bring some semblance of like honor or dignity back to her hometown because they lost a war, and now it's just like a tourist trap basically, which is again incredibly depressing to think about. Style, dictate, and I think what's also funny is that Yuffie gets it's funny because for being an optional character, for being like one of the optional characters, Yuffie gets a lot of screen time in other side games. I know she's actually like a prominently featured in Crisis Core. She's not like a main character, but she is there and present, and like she is a whole character in that game. And then I know she has a big role. She has a role in Advent Children, somewhat at least. And then I know she's got like a huge. She's like one of the probably like the secondary character in Dirge of Cerberus, right? Which I'm not playing Dirge of Cerberus. Okay, you just can't make me do it. I'm not gonna do it. If it comes up, if it seems like it's gonna be important, then I will watch somebody else do it. Go watch Maximilian Dude's playthrough of it. How about that? Why all those fancy words? You're a rotten daughter. Oh. You're a sad excuse for a father. Oh, crud, he's chasing her down. Take your things and get out of here now. For the good of Wutai, we cannot stand up to the Shinra. So it says that there's no point in chasing Yuffie down here because it's just a dead end. Which, yes it is. And you know, what's nice too is that Yuffie even like kind of talks us up, even though she is actively working against us. She still can't help but be like, hey, at least these people are like doing something before I came in and ruined that, but whatever. Okay, and then the guide said you can get the MP absorb, but that's just Yuffie will just take it from you immediately. Very cool, very awesome. Thank you, Yuffie. It says explore the house near the entrance of town. Talk to the people inside. Gotcha, boss. I can do that. Me right here. Sorry, we're entirely sold out now. What's this here? Oh no, that's a sample. Yeah, that's it. It's just a sample. Sorry, but why don't you all come back later? Sample of what? Sorry, listen, no, nothing, never mind. Sorry, listen, oh my, they have our freaking stuff, I bet. Oh yeah, you sure are all sold out. With all the entire stockpile of weaponry. Gosh dang it. Okay, let's see here. Let's see. The town. People inside. Something's fishy here. Oh, this house. Oh no, more weirdos. No, these aren't like the one from a while ago, but these ones look weird too. Well, long time no see. What have you been up to? Let's see, what's your name? What was your name? No, Gramps, this isn't anyone you know. This is just some stranger who barged into our house. The one character, this kid is the only person in the entire game who is aware of this situation at all. What are you gonna do, Gramps? Some strange looking girl came in here a minute ago and... Oh, did she now? Yuffie! Yuffie, stop being a ninja! Yuffie, please! I can't run like that! Gosh dang it. Okay, let's see here. The screen on the left to chase Yuffie outside. Next, inspect the suspiciously wiggling pot by the pub. Oh, the pub's over, Well, first off, let's talk to some people. Life is just like a river. It flows from the large ocean of life, and eventually it returns back to it. Wutai is a historical place. There's some very unusual things here you should see. I would love to do that. These are cats. Okay, yeah. No, I mean, that's, yeah. Awesome, cool. Duly noted. Just moving on, I guess. This is my house, nobody gets in? Well, fine. I didn't want to be in your house anyways. Your house stank as hell. Oh, yeah, it is wiggling. Oh, that's so funny. Everybody's blocking an exit. Oh, that's so funny. It's just quietly. Stop running, Yuffie. You can't get away, Yuffie. Okay, I know. I was wrong. You win. I'll give you back your materia. That's kind of interesting. Okay. Oh, this is interesting. A cutaway. So our reports were right. He is on vacation. We finally found him. Get the Turks here for backup. What a drag. What was that? We're off duty now and can't save your butts. We know you're off duty, but if you knew, then don't bother us. Looking at you is making me sober. But y'all had orders from headquarters to look for him, too. Alright, fine. We'll get him without any help from the Turks. You see. No, you guys can't do that. I'm sorry. I don't think that headquarters isn't going to hear about this. But, you know, do you think that was really such a good idea? I mean, is that the way that a professional, a Turk, would act? Elena, don't misunderstand. Those who sacrifice themselves for the job aren't pros. They're just fools. That's actually pretty good advice. Honestly, Reno's kind of spitting. Rude? Well, I don't buy that. Goodbye. Relax, she's not a child. Let her have her way. I love the Turks. I love the dynamic. They just seem like they they have so much, like, the interpersonal relationships really come through, and even the brief moments you get of them. So coming here and doing this optional side quest is like especially cool because you just get more of all these characters interacting with each other, and that's just awesome. I know the materia, right? I have it stored in a safe place. Follow me. Okay. Oh, check the 6th flyout contest. Where? Well, it says, check the screen on the left to chase Yuffie outside. Next, inspect the wiggling bollocks you finally nailed it. Follow Yuffie back to her house. Check the 6th flyer for the turtle contest. Is it in here? Oh yeah. Drink at the Turtle's Paradise and talk about Wutai. It's fine Turtle's Paradise, look for the big pot outside. Well, we did it. Now let me make sure I understand what's going on. I've been hearing that ever since I was little. Before I was born, Wutai was a lot more crowded and more impressive. You see what it looks like now, right? Just a tourist trap. After the war, we got peace, but we lost something else. Now look at Wutai. You know, it's funny, because at first you think like, oh, well, compared to other people's motivations and stuff, this one seems like, you know, this isn't like as maybe like life-threatening, or maybe not as volatile as the situations in a lot of the other places we've been to, right? But it is essentially like it's the same thing where it's like we're looking at a place that is still living under the boot and under the shadow of Shinra, right? Because of like the past war they had with them. And in a way, it's like it's just as bad in a different kind of way, because like what essentially happened was, like, sure, everybody's still living here and they still have their town, they still have their home, they still have their island, right? But everything has been, all of the identity and spirit of it and culture of it has been essentially like stripped down to this barest, like almost caricature of its former self. So where it's just a place that it's a place that only exists to make money off of tourists coming here to look at it and be like, oh wow, look, I'm in a totally different place. Look at this amazing culture that I get to partake in. And it's just like without any of the appreciation of what this place was or what it was supposed to be, you know? It's almost like, you know, it's like a culture dies when people stop caring enough to witness and acknowledge it, right? And the death of a culture is almost, I mean, I would argue is just like is a different kind of death of its people almost, right? It's not the literal killing of the people, but like it's like a form of death, you know, that is just sort of disturbing in a really different kind of way, I guess. That's why I had lots of materia, or that's why if I had lots of materia, I could... Listen, Yuffie, I don't really care about the history of Wutai or your feelings. You've got a materia, I want it back. Now. Dang, Cloud. I'm sitting here like, you know, if you look at things from Yuffie's perspective, you can understand why. You finally start to understand like her mentality with a lot of things, and like, you know, her culture's dying, and that's like a really disturbing and frightening premise and stuff like that, and it's all because of Shinra again. So it's like she has just as much motivation as everybody else. Cloud, right over his head, you have my things, I want them back. I really don't care about your history or how you feel. Give me my stuff back. Oh, man. If you give it back now, we'll drop the whole thing. I know that. The switch, the lever on the left, materia's in there. So now, I'm pretty sure this says that, like, you can just flip either switch. And it doesn't matter, which is so funny. Were we a little too harsh on her? Now, the materia. Wow, Tifa's not screwing around. Tifa was pissed. Tifa flat out said, right off the bat, like, we are never gonna forgive her for this. This is like, this is not okay, and it's unforgivable. And I was like, dang, Tifa's coming a lot more strong. And I assumed here, like, Red's kind of empathizing a bit. Tifa's like, no, the materia. I don't know, maybe it has to do... Well, Tifa's whole deal is trying to hang on to what she has because of how much she has lost before. And we'll get to see later that, like, her entire relationship with Cloud is, like, centered around that idea of, I can't lose another thing again. So I can imagine she does not like the idea of people taking things out from under her without her knowing. So actually... if you read it like that, it actually makes a whole lot of sense why Tifa's so pissed off about this. Even if it is like way more intense than I was expecting from her. Right lever. Yeah, it just doesn't matter. What are you doing? You should have listened. Materia's mine. Tough. You want your materia, then go find it yourself. Yeah, that's right. And when you're looking for the materia, remember you gotta steal it. Say steal. Steal, get it? See ya. I will kill you. So here's the thing. If you pull the left one, a cage would drop anyways too. It truly does not matter. Does Yuffie actually care? Were those feelings real? Probably. But either way, I'm going to take her bones. She's gonna steal my materia, I'm gonna steal her bones. And I'm not giving them back. Alright, let's see here. Oh, it says, for your members and head for the area with the pagoda once more. Check the large bell on the left and ring it to reveal a secret door. Neat. Let's do it. We can save first too, since we've been running around a little bit. Hold on, oh no, Cloud's level 41. I thought it said that Red was 41. I was like, how on earth? Pagoda. That's it, we can head over here and ring this bell. Not sure how we would know to do that other than to just try. And why not? Oi! Let go, I said let go. Hey, who do you think Ow, what are you doing, jerk? Yuffie's being girl napped. Ho ho. And then the biggest plot twist of the whole game. Corneo. Oh hee. I finally got a new chickie. 2 of them. Oh, 2 for 1, in fact. 2. I love that camera bit. The reveal that they kidnapped Elena as well. Hey, let go of me. You're gonna regret this. Corneo. Yuffie's 16. Okay, hold on. First off. You're kidnapping women. Bad. Kidnapping anybody, bad. You're kidnapping 2 women. Bad. But also on top of that, Yuffie's like 16. You little perverted horseman. Swift Bolt. Elixir. Nice. Now the thing is, we don't have anything else, but what we might want to do, is take some right arms and move them up, and then take some Swift Bolts, which I think was Lightning 3 or 2 or something. Move those up. We'll take some Dragon Scales. Dragon Scales. Move those up. Take these high potions, move them back. We can switch all this back around when we need to. Alright. This should be enough. All this should be potent enough, I think, but, oh, fire bells. I kind of, the arranging is obviously not great. It would be easier to be able to, like, to have the 2 things, like the one you're holding and the one that you're selecting swap places, and then you can move the one that was there before. You could, like, hold on to that one, move it somewhere else, but it's alright. It is what it is. So that gave us... What did that give us? That gave us, Swift Bolt and Elixir. Pretty good. Alright. Oh, interesting. It says, travel to the save point and put Barret in your party. Really? Go north to the Chow statues, follow Reno and Rude, head up to the intersection, walk around the head. It is highly recommended to set Barret's limit break level to level 1 and fill it up. Alternatively, if you already have Eris's 3-1 limit break Planet Protector, be sure to put her in the party and make good use of the limit break, which inflicts Peerless on all party members, rendering them invulnerable. Don't have that, definitely. If you have Red 13 in your party, consider equipping him with the hairpin, putting him in the back row. Yeah, oh yeah, I did do that. When you're all ready... Weird. Save point, put Barret in your party, because we want... You may want to build up limit breaks. I mean, that makes sense, because limit breaks will be... Because again, yeah, we're about to have a boss fight with a decently strong enemy, and we do not have any materia. So, you know, yeah, having stuff would be good, but also we're pretty freaking strong anyways. I don't imagine we're gonna have much trouble. Oh, yeah, the Shinra were after Corneo. No, not us. He just slides out of the way. What is my life? not a grenade. I just love they just throw actual grenades at us. Well, we're just using normal attacks here. Nice. What do you need to see that play out in real time? I don't think that would help it. I don't think that's gonna add anything to anything. Oh, right, we're here. Corneo was just freaking shacking up in Yuffie's place. Oh, hey gang. Elena. Corneo's good at escaping. Elena. Let's go, Rude. We'll give him a taste of what the Turks can do. That sounded okay. If he has Elena, that's going to make things a little difficult, and, okay. Corneo took Yuffie from us. Without Yuffie, there's no way we'll get our materia back. Don't misunderstand. We have no intention of joining you, only agreeing not to fight each other. For now. Oh, he was saying without Elena, it would be hard to take us on right now. That's fine. We have no intention of cooperating with you either. Now, which direction did Corneo run off in? Nice attitude. Here's a clue. It's the most obvious place. That doesn't really help me much. Why would they want Barrett's... Would they want Barrett to use Mind Blow? Is that the idea? Is that what's being implied here? One moment. Okay. Do we need to do this? I mean, Tifa doesn't have much she can really do here. Let me read, because I'm curious, right? Let's see here. Damage wraps with limit breaks. If you don't have Mind Blow, which puts you in a rough scenario to say the least, play extremely defensively. Immediately revive any fallen party members, heal everyone with high potions. Right, Mind Blow to get the MP down. Okay, it's saying Raps is a tough boss with no real weakness. The main difficulty of the fight is the fact that you have no materia. You fill up Barrett's limit break beforehand, immediately select Mind Blow and deplete Raps MP. This prevents it from casting its powerful Arrow 3 spell. That spell usually inflicts around 1,700 points of damage. So it's important to move that out of the way. Alternatively, Eris has her have Eris use Planet Protector, which makes everybody invincible. Interesting. Okay. I mean, it's Absolute Steve's really talking this fight up. I'll do it. Oh, Barrett actually has his limit break up. That's pretty freaking clutch then, potentially. All things considered, okay. Yeah, no, he only has his level 1s as well, so, okay. Oh, he has the Heavy Vulcan, which is ranged, so we can do that. Oh, no, then let's save. Putting our best foot forward here. Oh, the most obvious place, the giant stone sculptures. You're finally here. Let's split up. You do whatever it takes, but don't endanger Elena. Don't worry, we won't do anything to hurt Yuffie. For now. So anywhere here I need to go specifically first? Let's see here. Oh, follow Reno and Rude, head up the intersection, walk around the head of the statue to the next section. Here, talk to Rude to enter the cave to find the dragon lance. Oh, around here? Yoinks. Oh man, teaming up with the Turks in I can't wait to see this done. But this won't be, I mean, it won't be happening next game, that's for sure. Although I'm gonna be really interested to see how they expand in the next one. Like how they get expanded upon in the next one. I know in Advent Children the Turks kind of come around to being like good guys, but it's really hard for me to imagine them being fully redeemed in the eyes of other characters when they literally help break, like they're literally the ones who set the bomb that destroys the pillar, and they drop the plate on Sector 7. They're the ones who do that. So I can't imagine we're all gonna, like, how all these characters could possibly decide to, like, get along after a certain point. Here, talk to Rude, enter the cave, got the dragon lance. And then, remember this cave for later, right. Well, definitely gonna happen later. Alright, now we're just climbing up. I can't even see where Cloud was. Oh, I need to not use... These certainly come in handy for this. Getting a lot of X potions, I like that. Stop fooling around, the enemy's not gonna wait for us, you know. I mean, I'm looking around just as much as you guys are. Excuse me for having a little more faith in where you guys would go. Heck yeah, Red. Oh, Red can't use his limit break, because Red is stuck attacking people with the Fury Ring. That's fine. I don't know. I'm not too worried about this boss fight that's coming up, right? Although I think it might have surprised me before. I mean, I know we don't have our materia, and the materia is like what makes or breaks us half the time, but I feel like we'll be fine. Oh, here we go. You all thought there might be a BO2, huh? We were way off. There's no way they could get this far. Whoa. Wait, Vino, come back and help us with this guy, with these guys. Ooh, they're weirdos. They're weirdos. I don't like it. Down here? Oh, I forgot I did some like weirdo freaky stuff. Let me go. Delicious, scrumptious. I think I've just found a new hobby. Crucifying girls? Gosh, Kaneo, you're an absolute freak. Which shall it be? Should I take her? Hey, I'm a Turk. You can't get away with this. Or maybe her. Oh God, if I knew this was gonna happen, I would have taken those rope lessons more seriously. Rope lessons? I've made my choice. My companion for the night will be the cheerful one. Grossness. Don't mess with me, old man. You don't even have any materia. Oh, she's saucy. God, don't. It's terrible. Oh, we're gonna need to. I think we need to I think Corneo needs to be on his way out. If you catch my drift. What's going on? Who's there? Oh man, Cloud. Wheel. Long time no see. Don't tell me you forgot. You darn Midgar hyena. Hurry and let the two go. Be quiet. None of you know how much I've suffered since then. It's a long story, but no, the music. I don't really care. Let Yuffie and Lena go. I don't really care. Cloud's on one tonight. Cloud's like not feeling it with anybody's backstory. You guys are serious. Good. This time I'm not fooling around either. Why'd you kill my little apps? I'm gonna have to make you play with my new pet, so you won't interfere in my search for a bride. Raps, come here. Oh, it's actually like a dragon. That's crazy. Ooh, oh, wow. We used up... That's all of its MP. Oh my gosh, Cloud. Okay, that was like a third of its HP with one attack from Cloud. Oh. What? All right. Steve, we need to have a talk. You really talked this boss up. I know it didn't get to use its magic attack, but I don't even know if that would have done that much. Maybe it would have. Maybe it would have. I don't know. Jeez, and another peace ring. Wait. Just wait a second. Shut up. Just listen to me. It won't take long. Why do you think a bad guy like me would swallow his pride and plead for his life? Oh, we've done this before because he's sure to win? Right. Huh. I'm so pissed. When Yuffie gets seen, this is why it's so worth it to do this, because Yuffie actually gets to like have moments and scenes and stuff, and it's so good. Once I push this button, it'll fall, and we'll have some squashed tomatoes. Dang. Damn tricky. Oh my gosh. Well, that's gotta be like you made like a compound slur or something, Barrett. Jeez. You tricky little man. I guess I had the last laugh. No, that would be us. Huh? What's going on? Who's there? The Turks. You knew this was gonna happen ever since you leaked that secret. We're gonna take care of you, personally. Dang it. Then they're all coming with me. Oh yeah, I think Rude freaking threw a knife in his back, which is really intense. Good timing, Rude. Let's get to work. Alright, Corneo, this will be over quick, so listen up. Why do you think we went through all the trouble teaming with those guys to get to you? One, because we're ready to die. Because we're sure to win, or because we're clueless. Number two, all wrong. No, wait. The correct answer was because it's our job. Gosh, that's so cold. It's so freaking good. I never thought you'd come. Elena, don't act so weak. You're a Turk. Yes, sir. She's dangling upside down on a statue. Maybe just help her out a little bit. Never thought you'd ever help us. Yes, this is Reno. Yes, yes. I'll get on it right away. Was that the company? Yeah, they want us to find Cloud. Are we on? No, today's our day off. Hey, who cares about that? Get me down. It's one of the best sequences in the entire game. I feel like I've been saying that every episode, but gosh dang it. Phew, perfect. Now the materia is back in its rightful place. Hey, the order is all messed up. Huh? Oh, it'll be alright. Don't be so picky. Anyways, that sure was close. No, normally I would kick the butts. You know, boom, bang. That Corneo guy's a real pain. I'd rather deal with my dad than with that guy. They truly just wanted the materia. Everybody has zero weight in whatever Yuffie's got going on. You know, some of those Toad guys are pretty good, huh? At least after all that, we get our materia back. Now come on, everybody, let's go continue on our journey. Hey, wait. Oh, all right, I'll give this to you guys. Here, look, look. You're darn right you'll give that to us. Come on, wait. No matter what you think, I'm going with you. Next time. No, not next time, Yuffie. And that's it. That's Yuffie's little Wutai excursion. It's not over yet, though. There actually is other things to do in Wutai. Other things to do in Wutai, centering around Yuffie as like a main force in it as well. So we're not calling it there just yet. So let's see. Yuffie gives us all of our materia back, but okay, well, first things first, we need to check our materia and see that it is it's just not right. It's just not right at all. So I'm just going to remove all of that. Thanks anyways, Yuffie, thank you for nothing. And then what we're going to be doing is... getting everybody their stuff back. Rune omelet, rune omelet. Give you that, you can keep that. Okay. Then we need to PHS. Hey, Yuffie, you didn't put anything on everybody else, did you? Please tell me you didn't. Okay, no, you didn't. Good. Criminy. Okay. Cool. Hey, Yuffie, you don't have any materia. Oh, how strange, Yuffie. You have all of your materia still on you. Some things never change, huh, Yuffie? Kill you, Yuffie. I'll kill you. Okay. Alright, the super. Oh, wow, that's a really strong weapon. Jeez. That's stronger than anything most other characters have. And the Magic Shuriken, too, is also really strong. We'll probably actually be using the Magic Shuriken here in a moment. But for now, we'll keep rolling like this. Okay, so I'm gonna get everybody's materia. Well, actually, no, I'm gonna wait on the materia, because we actually might be... Yeah, we're gonna have to be doing... Yeah, the Wutai Pagoda is another optional quest line that involves making Yuffie an absolute monster that can't be stopped. And I remember when I accomplished this last time I played, and it was amazing and beautiful. Truly a sight to behold. Much easier than the battle arena, that's for sure. So we... However, for now we do need to be building people up a little bit, because... Or building people back up, rather. Because there are going to be some things to do on the world map. There's going to be some enemy skills to learn. We need to learn Magic Hammer from the Razor Weeds, which I think I know what those are. Found on Green Plains. You can learn Death Force from the Adamantamai, the turtles on the beach. Magic Hammer drains 100 MP from the target, jeez. Giving it back to the caster at the expense of only 3 MP. Whoa. That's crazy, okay. While Death Force grants immunity to sudden death spells. Cool. For the remainder of the battle, or until the character is KO'd, you can only steal Adam Bangles, or you can also steal Adam Bangles from the Adamantai. I'm sorry, Adamantamai. The Adamantamai. An armor which is extremely high defense rating of 93, but only 2 slots. That sounds extremely worth it, though, right? Like, that seems like it's incredibly worth it. Okay, cool. Well, first off, let's do that. Let's make sure everybody is kitted how they should be, how they ought to be. Cloud, you can have your thing back. Which one of these were you building up, Cloud? Probably this one. Whatever. Oh yeah, we have MP Absorb now, which is attack. Oh, attack with a paired materia, and it absorbs MP at the same time. I'm assuming that would work on just about anything, but who knows? Maybe it wouldn't. Who's to say? Preemptive, speed plus, HP plus. Oh, Cloud, you can have your lightning. Oh yeah, counterattack. There we go. Cloud is built very oddly, but I kind of love it. I'm gonna be honest. The one all materia just to level it up is so funny to me. Tifa, you can have steel. You can have MP plus. I'm gonna give you heal and restore, and revive, and ice and fire. I'm sorry, Tifa. And then manipulate, because I think we're going to need manipulate now. And then Yuffie, you've already got all your stuff. So, cool and fine and dandy. Okay, so I'm going to be looking for the weeds. Then I'm going to be looking for the turtles. And probably be stealing a lot from the turtles. I might as well have, in that case, I might as well have Cloud do the stealing. You know what? I'd rather have the all in there, actually, because I want the all to keep, when we're doing, like, little grindy sections like this, it's good to have the stuff that you actually want leveled up in there, and lightning is... Having another lightning will be fine and good and whatever, but don't really need it right now. So I'm going to be looking for the weeds. I'll see you in a moment. We're here. We're doing it. We need to have these guys give us Magic Hammer. We just need them to use Magic Hammer? Oh, Cure 3, wow. Nothing to steal from these guys? Good to know. Can I manipulate one and make it use this thing? How rare is it that they use Magic Hammer? Oh, there we go. Okay. No, Cloud, don't kill it. Please. Okay, now I need to have Tifa manipulate the thing again. Use Magic Hammer on Yuffie. Cool. Spaz Voice Glass Cutter. I mean, it's cool because outside of the enemy skill specific abilities, you can, like, you really can just have access to any enemy, almost any enemy's abilities. Like, all the different abilities. And the fact that they all have their own names and stuff like that, like, it's kind of crazy. Manipulate's actually extremely cool. Okay, so now we need to use Death Force. Get some immunity from sudden death spells. Cool. I guess that's really useful if you knew that was going to happen. So we need to find the Adamantamize. Yeah, okay. On the beaches. So I'm gonna run along these beaches, and I'll see you in a bit. Oh look, it's the guy. We need to steal and we need to manipulate. Doing two things here. Oh, cool. Steal. Cool. Good on that. Death Force. On Yuffie. Cool. Awesome. On Cloud, I think I got him. Yep. Cool. Got it on both of them. Okay. Now we just kill these guys. I'm pretty sure are these the guys from that appeared? I feel like these guys didn't appear back until what? Freaking 13, and then they showed up in 15 again too. Oh, that's a terrible noise. They don't have that much HP though. Okay. So we have all the abilities now. I'll check to make sure. Death Force. Yeah, Death Force. And then Death Force, yeah. Cool. Death Force is cool. Magic Hammer was actually super useful. Essentially, it's like if you're almost out of MP, as long as you don't have 0 MP, Magic Hammer just basically says, hey, I have 100 MP back, you know? Which is crazy. Oh, enemy skills are pretty filled out right now, too, which is awesome. I'm going to give us a quick tent just to top us off. And then a save, because that's a little bit of progress. And then we're going to... I'm gonna steal some more of those adamantamize. Yeah, you know, the armor. I'm gonna steal more of the armor from those turtles. Yeah, Adam Bangle. 93 defense. Not great magic defense, but not terrible. I mean, the rune armlet's not anything to sneeze at either. Not the best magic defense ever, but we could have better. But for that defense, and hey, you know, it's only 2 slots, but they are linked. So, that's a thought too. So I'll steal enough to at least have, I'll steal like up to 5 maybe. Then I'll see in a bit. Okay, I grinded 5. So, that ain't too bad. Now apparently there's some things we can do. We can go to this place. And the cats will be... Yeah, there's now a staircase. Leading up. We have to actually interact with it. I like how there's just hidden chests. First off, this is like a liminal space right here. HP absorb. Now, how does that work? I'm assuming... Or rather, what I'm assuming is... Yeah, attacks with paired materia absorb HP at the same time. Now, I would assume that means anything that is an attack as a materia, right? Let's see here. Oh, okay. We can go examine the local weapon shop. Apparently, they are more willing to speak with us now because we have proven to be. I mean, we did save the village chief's daughter from a pedophile. So you know, if that doesn't get us in somebody's good graces, what does truly? Hey gang, how we doing? Listen, I'm sorry about last time. Yuffie told me not to sell anything to you. Yuffie specifically told you not to... Oh, Yuffie. Nobody deserves to be subjected to Corneo's whole deal, so, like, I would still glad I saved you, but I'm just going to bury you. That's the only thing. Got some of the best blades right out of the furnace, so strike while the iron's hot. Oh. Are these just like really good freaking weapons? Chainsaw? Man? Oh, actually, wow. Got something for everybody. So normal, scaling obviously on everything. Oh yeah, gotta worry about Sid now too. Jeez. All this stuff is expensive though. Well, we should get one of everything for everybody, obviously. Oh, I thought that said Muramasa. It says Murasame? Or Murasame? Probably Murasame, probably. Alright. Ouch. Oof. Ee. Ooh. Ah. The pain. Okay, sure. Got that. I mean, it's good. I've learned that it's just good to have these so you have options, right? Because you never know when you're going to need a certain amount of slots, a certain amount of connected slots, a certain amount of whether you need something that has double AP growth, or something that maybe, like what just happened, we didn't have any materia, so we just could use the strongest attack ones. So, genuinely good to have a stockpile of equipment for different situations. I definitely, if you're gonna do battle arena stuff, just keep everything. Criminy. Okay. Look, weapon stop, which might be slightly better than anything you're currently using. Well, it was pretty significantly better than anything I was using, actually. Hold on, let me see something. Materia. We're so close. So close to 1 million gil. Which is gonna be crazy, because, like, right now, a lot of gil for us has been, like, having 100,000. That's gonna be 1.4 million. Just having the 400,000 would be a lot. Jeez, okay. Crazy stuff. Hold on, what's this? New Final Fantasy VII Rebirth trailer? Do I even want to see it? I don't even know if I want to see it at this point. I'm like so curious, and I want to see people that I watch talk about stuff, but like also, I don't know. Okay, let's see. If you've read all 6 flyers throughout the world and the contest sign outside of the hub, talk to the owner behind the counter. They'll give you a reward. Pal, buddy, pal, friend, amigo. Seems like the town got really lively since you arrived. Did anything happen? Oh, congrats! You have just found all 6 flyers for the Turtle's Paradise. How wonderful! Now here's your prize, just as we promised. Power source, guard source, magic source, mind source, speed source, mega elixir, and a mega elixir. Jeez, that is worth doing. Especially since it's really, all the places that have a flyer are pretty like along the way. You would just need to know to look for them, really. Looking forward to seeing you. Well, yeah, so that's awesome and great. Now, if you don't mind, let me put every single one of those into Cloud really quick. Here, Cloud, eat your pills. They're good for you. Perfect. And a mega elixir, that's great. Okay, let's see here. Ah yes, the Wutai Pagoda quest can always be done even on Disc 3. You obviously must have recruited Yuffie, however. Have Yuffie and your party go to the Wutai Pagoda. Here she must face several opponents. Oh, hold on. It says equip Chocomog Elemental Materia combo in Yuffie's weapon for the first fight. We don't get to change it, do we? Oh, like for the first round of fights? I think so the dilemma here, right, is that I'm pretty sure I had a gem, not a gem ring, I had a ribbon by the time that I went to Wutai and did Yuffie stuff. And a ribbon just prevents all status effects. It's one of the best items in the game. I slept on it because I'm always like, oh, having things that block certain status effects, it's like, that's so situational, you know? But if you have something that blocks all status effects, you're blocking things you didn't even know were going to happen to you at all times. So I don't think I'm going to read too extensively on this stuff. Let's see here. I would probably at least, knowing that like after the second fight, to put on the gem ring. Maybe just go in with the gem ring. Weakness wind. First guy's weak to wind, so that'll be good. Everybody else doesn't have a weakness, except for like some status effects. But they all nullify gravity, obviously. First guy though is weak to wind. Okay. So I know what I'm getting into, so I don't need to read too extensively on strategies. I have done this successfully before. What we do need to do though is equip Yuffie, just load her up with the best stuff she can possibly have. At least I know what putting her in the back row actually does for me now. Honestly, I think I'm just gonna do this. And then for the first time ever, I'm removing all of Cloud's things. Yuffie, it's your time to shine. Alright, so first off, what's her attack percent? Yeah, I actually used, I remember I very specifically used Death Blow on her a bunch. With like varying degrees of success. I'll keep the sprint shoes on her, so she'll just be fast. Sure, it's a good option. I don't see why not. Alright, Yuffie. You already got long range. Getting it to go first? Well, okay, so that's gonna be good. That's definitely gonna be good. That's definitely gonna be good. Have more MP. You're definitely gonna want that. And then I think you need... You need a reliable heal. Okay, I mean this is all the magic she would ever need. A bunch of stat boosts. Counterattack, Death Blow. Why not? Restore magic. Her strongest weapon. I don't see that we would need anything else. Let me sprint all over to get a free heal up at... Oh, hold on. No, yeah, sprint shoes. Starts with haste. That's extremely good. Oh, hold on, is this not? Oh, is it this one? No. I am confusion. Which one is Yuffie's home? Or is it this? No. Oh, it was over by the pagoda, huh? Here we go. Best time, baby. Is Yuffie enough of a little monster? I mean, I feel like she is. I feel like she's pretty decked out right now. But we'll see. We'll see if it's enough. Okay, let's do it. Let's give it an attempt. I feel pretty confident about this. Miss Yuffie, will you be climbing the pagoda today? Yeah. Then I, Sacred Gorky, will be your opponent on the first floor. Yeah, I remember I was shocked this time when I went over here to do this. I was like, wait a minute, what do you mean your opponent? I'm like, wait a minute, and I didn't have like anything on Yuffie, so she got annihilated, obviously. I'll be watching you fight with Gorky. Call me Shake, then begin. Yeah, so those gods they mentioned, I'm pretty sure all of the people in this pagoda are the gods that were mentioned by the other guy when he said that the gods must have just been a legend because they still lost the war. Oh, he's one of these things, too. That's messed up. Oh, Yuffie's actually, like, holding a bit. Oh, no, that's her weapon, I bet, huh? Wait, why am I defending? What? For Pete's sake, I can't navigate this menu. Oh, Yuffie's already got her limit break. Regen. Screw you. Ooh. Oh, that was a counterattack. I was confused why she was attacking twice. Okay, do not use magic on him, that's for sure. Nice. That was a lot of damage. Oh, his shield was down. He was taking like very reduced damage before. Here I am, Miss Yuffie. Of course. I thought you were just a girl, but you handled that pretty good. Let's see how you do on the next one. We do get to do some healing in between, thank goodness. Yeah. Alright, Yuffie, you're doing okay. Who's next? Are you blind? I'm right here. What? I gotta fight a punk? Punk? I'm more of an adult than some bimbo girl. Whoa! What did you say? See what I mean? That kind of anger is what makes you so immature. Don't pat yourself on the back until you beat me. Now watch. About the only thing you're really gonna do... You do really good is breathe. Are you sure you want to fight? I'll forgive you. So someone finally got past Corky. Guess it's Chekhov's turn. I go, brat. Speed change. Speed change. Oh, isn't this person just like really, really fat? Oh, he's one of these guys, yeah. Oh gosh, the sound on that thing is so bad. Ooh, not bad. Counterattack's too good. What can I say? Especially since, like, counterattack can crit, like, as well. It's nasty. You put on somebody who does decent damage, it's disgusting. Oh, so you can fight a bit. Of course. It's been a while since I felt pain. Oh, hold on. Oh, you're pissed off. There you go. Maybe I'll use Magic Hammer on this one. Get some MP back. For free, essentially. So even Shake's been defeated. It's been a while since you had to fight, eh, Chekhov? Unfortunately, this is as far as it goes, Standoff. You watch over there. That ain't gonna happen. I'll teach you something about strength of youth. Keep mouthing off like that, little girl, and you're going to get burned. I got insurance. We'll see if you still talk like that after you taste some of my sacred magic. Ooh, a magic user. If I had the reflect spell, that'd be good. But I don't. Although Magic Hammer's probably actually really good to use on this person. I haven't done anything yet. Oh, the second person had a petrify thing. This is stop, which stops you altogether. Give me all my MP back. How about that? That's crazy. That's just a really good spell. It's just free. Yuffie has to go into I'm sobbing. Alright. Deathblood? Land one? Oh! Ay ay ay. Whoa, weird. These guys actually did make it into remake, I remember, which is funny because I think you don't fight them until this late into the game. I was fighting them a lot in the arena. Yeah, not bad at all. I haven't even been using any strong magic. I've just sort of been attacking people. Got an ice ring for that, nice. Can't believe you beat me. Of course. Yuffie with the of course every time. This should be interesting. It's been too long since I've had a chance to use my full power. Yeah, Yuffie, you can just freaking cure yourself, I'm gonna be honest. The rule is, the best fighter on each floor will be your opponent. This is a 5-storied pagoda, but the 4th floor is the highest. In other words, no one has ever defeated me, master of weaponry. You still want to try? Just come on. I like you. Now watch. I like all this stuff. It's fun. And again, completely optional too. Yeah, oh yeah, Final Fantasy VII, so bad to make an open world game with a bunch of side quests. Oh no, the side quests are all gonna be so bad. It's not like they literally just have an endless amount here to pull from. I just don't get it. Oof. Beta? Decent damage. Not amazing damage. I'll pop this just so I stay topped off. Yeah, I remember when I first attempted this my first playthrough, I was just rolling in with whatever Yuffie already had, and I was like, how am I supposed to do this? Because it felt so lopsided, right? But then, you know, that's really when it dawned on me in my first playthrough that, like the depth, oh my gosh, okay. The depth of the materia system, like, because when you're playing through the game casually, right, you're just going from one point to another, not really doing any of the crazier things, the harder things, right? You don't really have to think about what you have on who too much. Like, you can kind of just get by with anything, with it, like, with most loadouts and combinations, you're good. But, like, if you, the harder stuff that really kind of tasks you to figure it out, like, the amount of depth there is in the materia system and the equipment system, like, sitting down and putting together a character who's just like, because like right now Yuffie could just be a one-man army in plenty of scenarios. Like, she probably couldn't do battle arena stuff because she kind of just doesn't have it like that exactly, but still. Oh, I think the thing about the 4th floor is that you go straight into the last fight too. Splendid. You have definitely improved. Oh, you might not be as much of a child as we thought you were. Of course, if we lost to her. You have defeated 4 of our best, but now you'll have to face him. Oh no, you do get a moment first. Oh, Yuffie's good though. Yuffie's honestly alright. Oh, you know what? I will say, I could probably... Oh no, she has swim shoes on. Never mind. Dad? I'm glad you made it this far, Yuffie. Why are you... I'll answer you by having you try your skills against me. Hold nothing back. Come as if you're trying to kill me. If you don't, then I'll have to kill you. Hey! I don't like his sprint at her. What are you doing? He's the one unique guy who's just not another enemy that we've faced so far. And he looks sick. And yeah, I mean, this is just a solo fight for Yuffie. Okay, not bad. That's not so much damage that I feel like I should be too worried. Aqualung? Drain? What are you draining? not my MP, right? Look like HP. Not much, but... Okay. I mean, I feel like a couple more of these and he's probably not going to be doing too hot. Hey, what's that? Oh, it missed. I think it was putting me to sleep. I still have barrier up, so yeah. Reduce damage on that. Ooh, and a crit? That's just a free crit in between? I'm telling you, man, counterattack. Don't sleep on it. It's just free damage. Hey, don't do that. I gotta do big guy. I'm gonna put regen on myself. Can't put regen on myself. I'm gonna use magic hammer. Sweet, give me some of that back. His heals for like quite a bit too. Oh, he's using Trine? Yikes. Ooh, ow, that actually hurt a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna pop a heal. Be on the safe side. Don't know if I needed to use heal 3, but Demi. Oh, it missed, okay. Demi is percent health damage, so like that's always not great to see. A cool background environment too, I didn't even notice. Give me your MP. Surely the healing is also MP, right? Like... Cool. Okay, so he was able to heal a lot back because I was doing a lot of passive stuff, but now I can just start kind of like laying into him. And also peppering those in is good, for sure. Don't want to use Trine. Does he use Trine? So my thought is that like he would be able to do a thing about that. Yeah, using the cure seems to be like a counter. Now granted, he heals less than my Aqua Lung does. So like... Ooh. That's not great. Oh, but we'll get another action quickly. Stop doing that. That's not gonna kill me. It's gonna hurt. It's gonna get close. Ooh, with the poison. This was actually a little close with the poison. Hey, what the heck? It keeps cure. Oh, I'm small now too? Oh, there we go. Okay, I need to use cornucopia on myself before I use my greased lightning. Okay, that was a lot of damage, but he keeps, now he's gonna heal like most of it back like this. Do I just need to do like a big enough freaking, oh, magic hammer, I guess. Well, I need magic hammer anyways because I need to do a big heal on myself. I need to use like Cure 3. Then, okay, I'm gonna speed this up a little bit just because. Ooh, free 1000, that's definitely good. Give me some of your mana. Ooh, yeah. Oh, that's a good combo. That's a lot of damage right there. Can't cure all of it back. Okay. He's not curing. There we go. Jeez. Yeah, that could be dicey. Obviously, he's the hardest one, right? It's just him curing back a majority. Every time you do a big hit, it was like clockwork. He would heal back most of it. So you're still doing damage in the long run, but you can, if you wait too long and if you play too passive, then he'll just keep healing back over and over again. So, ooh, free level up from Yuffie. All creation. I'm gonna assume. Oh my gosh, the money. Why are we taking your dad's life savings? Yuffie, he needs to live off this. He's retired. Crazy. Oh, I love this scene too. Old Coot, not bad. You've also improved. It's nice. nice little father-daughter moment. They just kicked each other's ass. Although, I mean, to be fair, in terms of what we actually happened in the fight, we were still looking pretty good. Time I gave this to you, Yuffie. This is Leviathan materia. Take it. Yeah, so if you didn't connect the water dragon god that they were talking about, being like the long serpent, is obviously Leviathan, which is a cool sort of way to get another summon materia. Again, completely optional. But Lord Godo, Leviathan materia should only be given to the person who conquers and takes over this pagoda. That is a custom. Custom. I'm so sick of hearing that. It's so stupid. Silence, Miss Yuffie. What about all of you, with all your power? I think like this is Yuffie's theme, I think. I don't think you get to hear it often, if ever. Are you all satisfied being cooped up in this tower? Yuffie. You too, Dad. Just because you lost the war, you turned Wutai into a place like this. What do you mean? You turned Wutai into a cheesy resort town peddling to tourists. How dare you? The Chao statue and Leviathan are ashamed. She is a kid. What did you say? Yuffie, forgive me. It's all my fault. What are you saying, Lord Godo? Losing the war, turning Wutai into this. It was all my fault. I really don't feel like it was all your fault. I'm sure after freaking Shinra had its way with you, it was hard to get back up to what you were before. Lord Godo, silence. Yuffie, I am the same now as I was before when I wanted war. But after losing, I began to think, is strength for beating enemies, or just something to show off? Might begets might, the same as Shinra. I knew you were looking for materia for the good of Wutai, but the reason I hid my strength now is also for the good of Wutai. And now I realize both are necessary. Strength without determination means nothing, and determination without strength is equally useless. You there, please take Yuffie with you. I perceive that you all have both determination and strength. After that, how can we refuse? Well, Tifa's really come around because Tifa was about ready to murder a child, maybe some 20 minutes ago. All right, I don't mind. Go, Yuffie, for the sake of Wutai. Dad, I'll take care of the 5 sacred gods until you return. Go, come back alive. Duh. Yuffie's great. I feel like you really come around to Yuffie once you actually get to experience her hometown and get her backstory and learn about Wutai and stuff. Yuffie, wait a minute. After the battle is over, do you think they'll still want all their materia? Dad, go, fight till the end, but come back with the materia. You bet. I don't even know what it was, and I don't know what that thing is. Him doing a little fist pump to himself. And that's that. Now that is truly the end of Wutai, I believe. Actually, no, it's not. Wait, no, actually, that really isn't even the end of Wutai. I don't think. Oh, there was a perfect game note. You might want to wait with beating Godo until you've got all 4 enemy skill materia. Oh. That way, you can learn the skill Trine on the remaining ones that you don't have yet. Oh, right, because Trine can only be learned. There's 2 more enemy skill materia? That's crazy. But Trine could only be learned 1 time before, and so he's the only other person who does Trine? That's whatever. There's another important point to take note of here. Since Godo drops unique and normally non-duplicatable all creation, you want to duplicate it by the means of a glitch that allows you to fight the bosses twice. Except I'm not going to do that. Because that's fine. All creation is the limit break for Yuffie. Yuffie needs to learn the limit break while you're collecting all creations. Otherwise, you'll end up missing 1 copy, meaning you will only have 98 instead of 99. Incidentally, and ironically, this also means Yuffie can destroy Godo with her ultimate limit break that he himself gives her. That is pretty funny, if you are going to be an absolute psychopath about it. For beating Godo, you receive all creation, Yuffie's final limit break, and in Leviathan materia. For now, that's all there is to do in Wutai. That's truly it. And now, we're finally going back to the story, which involves going and looking for that keystone we need to get to the Temple of Temple of the Ancients, and also the Gold Saucer Date. But we're not gonna do that right now, because it's been too much. Help! It's too much, and now it's over. But hey, if you've enjoyed this or anything else on this channel so far, then don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell to get notified of more things in the future. Episodes of this just about every single day, leading up to the release of Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, and then I'll be playing that too. Links in the description of things that I am doing, have done, or will be doing in the future. Me and my friend have made a game called Hell Factory Cross. It was a game jam game for the Big Mode Game Jam. There's going to be a link in the description for that if you want to check it out. Let us know what you think. And stay tuned for Donkey's Big Mode Game Jam and see if maybe it wins a thing. If it wins a thing, that'd be really cool. Will anything come of that? I don't know. It would be neat. It would be an accolade. But also, yeah, just try the game. It's free. But keep in mind, we made it in like 2.5 weeks, so, you know, expect what you should from that. Now, also, but me and my friend are also still making other games as well. So if you want to support me and my friend in our game-making endeavors, then don't forget to support. You can support us. You can do so by supporting the by what? By supporting what? I truly don't know. Can't think and organize my material at the same time. My brain, it's breaking. Help, help. You can do so by supporting all the videos on this channel and streams on this channel. My friends' streams, because they stream, they do devlogs as well. Links down below to that. And most of all, the Patreon. And now with that, that is truly all there is left. Until next time, don't forget to be kind. Don't be afraid to change. Sometimes change is good. I feel like that's like kind of like a little bit of the lesson that you kind of get from this place. Is that like it's kind of okay to change, you know? It can be healthy. It's sort of like we've talked about this before in while playing other things. Like I think it came up in Tears of the Kingdom during a side quest, but you know, it doesn't have to be an all or nothing thing. Old traditions have a place. You can continue on with them, and why not? Of course. It's just about making sure that you can still like progress forward with the changing time, because time is going to change no matter what, and it's up to you how you learn to live with it or not. You know what I mean? Ideally, you do, though. You know? To the best of your ability, you do. Now, that being said, I think what Yuffie's dad said was pretty poignant, where he's like, I didn't want to match Shinra's might with our own, because that might have just put all of us in further risk. And it's like, you know, that's actually a pretty good point. Like, as a leader, you're like, okay, if I reveal what we've got, like, packing to Shinra, then they're just gonna come in here and freaking blow us all down, right? Leviathan is one of the, by the way, really quick, Leviathan, one of the only few instances of having the water element as an attack. And then what you could also do is, if you had links, you could have defense against water if you put it on your armor, or you could have attacks that do water damage, which is also pretty cool. I'll give it to Yuffie, since she did literally earn it single-handedly. Sure, Yuffie, freaking do that. I don't know if I'm going to keep this for next time. I might Might change my mind immediately, but we'll freaking see. What else do I want you to have, Yuffie? I don't know. You could have anything. You just have to believe. Do I want you to just, like, level up some elemental materia? I mean, why not? They're not doing anything else, right? Sure. Have death blow too. Alrighty. That's it. That's it for good. That's it for real. Until next time.